Hello, my friends. Welcome. Today is going to be over 3 hours of cleaning. Let's make that deep cleaning, decluttering, and organizing. I'm going to show you all the nitty-gritty of my house. This is going to get you set up for spring cleaning to the max. Turn this video on and just keep going. So you'll have 3 hours of music and someone to clean with you. So if you're ready, like I'm ready, let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, we are going to get so much done. This is going to be packed full of cleaning motivation. So I am getting right in here, and we are going to start with this filthy bathroom. So this is the kids' bathroom. If you are new here, I have 4 boys and 3 of them share this bathroom. As you can tell, it's looking pretty rough. It hasn't had a deep clean in probably over 6 months. We do maintain it, but I've had them maintain it. So yeah, this is how it looks. But hey, this is honestly just normal. I think most bathrooms look like this. Let's just be honest. So we're going to get in here and I am going to scrub every square, every tile, every square inch of this bathroom and toilet and all of the things in between. And I'm looking forward to showing you the before and after because it's epic. It is really epic. So we are going to start off with my little Clorox friend here, and we are going to spray pretty much everything on the floor here. And this really does help. Now, I will say if you have respiratory issues, go ahead and wear a respirator or maybe a mask. I did not notice a super strong smell, but whenever you spray any chemicals, you do want to use them with caution. And I did cut some clips out of cleaning the toilet just because I did not want to subject you to the reality of this toilet. And just for a little bit of FYI, my kids were so happy that I was cleaning this toilet. They know I film it. They have no shame whatsoever, and they shouldn't because they're kids. So we're going to also use my Clorox wipes and start from top to bottom. So I am going to use my pumice stone to get these really tough stains out of the toilet. It works great. And then I've got the pink stuff and the power paste here. This is what the pink stuff looks like. I got this from Home Depot, and I am using a Scrub Daddy to use right here. Now I'm going to place this on the top, and I'm going to place the Scrub Daddy paste on the bottom. I want to just compare the two because I don't know which is better. So as you can see, the pink is the pink stuff, and then the white is the power paste. And I'm just going to start scrubbing this tub right here. And I just want to see what is the hype of all of this pink stuff, and is it even worth it? And let me tell you, I was pretty shocked with the results. So just so it's fair, I did about the equal amount of scrubs for each, and then I'm also going to do the center with the back of the Scrub Daddy just to see if maybe it'll come off great with just the Scrub Daddy, but it did not. So in my opinion, the pink paste was better, and it's more affordable. It's only $5 at Home Depot. I'm not sure how much it is online. And then the power paste with Scrub Daddy, however, it does come with a Scrub Daddy, was $9.99 at Target. So I felt like the pink paste worked better. It pulled up all of the grime instantly. I mean, instantly. It was incredible. So this is definitely my new favorite stuff, but I do use it with a Scrub Daddy because I love all of their sponges. Another thing that I really liked about this paste is I continue to add more to my sponge, but I really haven't made that much of a dent in it. I've had it for a couple of weeks now, and I've used it for the sink and the stove. This is the first time using it in the bathroom, and I really haven't used that much. So for $5, you really get a lot of product. And I know they have a spray as well. I haven't used that, but they also sell this on Amazon. Okay, so I've got this grout brush here. I got it from Grove. I'm sure you can purchase one from anywhere. I did spray that Clorox on it and kind of scrubbed around. There was some moldy spots around the bathtub and just some really, a lot of discoloration. So I've sprayed everything down here, and then I closed that because if you struggle with respiratory issues like I do, I have asthma, you really want to have the vent on and close the door or have some sort of respirator because it will irritate your lungs. And I'm going to proceed on this countertop. I'm wiping everything down. Now when I clean every square inch. That includes the shampoo bottles, the soap bottles, the soap holders. I mean, literally every single thing. So I'm actually using my Blue Land bathroom cleaner. I do really like their products, but the reality is I will never, ever, ever remember to purchase the tablets. So I really like their products, but I'm not going to purchase the tablets. I can barely remember what I go into a room for, let alone ordering new cleaning supplies. When I see it, when I'm at the grocery store, I'll grab it. That's just the way I roll. So I really do like their products, but this is just how it goes. So I'm also washing their toothbrushes. I mean, I literally clean everything. And I like doing things like this for my kids. Now, my kids, I will say, I did teach them how to clean the bathroom properly. Like we have 4 bathrooms in the house, and we went through every single bathroom and they each cleaned one and did it properly. So when I tell them to go clean their bathroom, they know what to do and they do a good job. But they're boys and they're kids, and you know how that is. I don't have to explain. So it was really good for me to come in here and really scrub it down. And I like to do things like this. This type of cleaning, like the normal everyday cleaning is fine. I can do it, no big deal. I can do that with like a blindfold on. But the deep down cleaning like this, y'all, this stuff right here is good for my soul. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I get into the flow, Emma's in bed, and I'm able to just get to scrubbing and go to town. I will say I ruined my black clothes. I don't know what I was thinking wearing this with all the bleach in here. So I am using the Scrub Daddy sponge here, and then I'm just scrubbing deep down in the grout. I did use the grout cleaner or the grout scrubber as well, but I'm just kind of getting up what I can, and I'm also cleaning the plunger in the sink or the tub. Didn't want to get all in the details of that. And then I'm using this shower curtain because I'm going to throw it away, and I'm just getting any of the bleach off the floor, which I already know I should have shoes on or socks on or something. I know. And I'm moving to the countertops now. Everything's clean on here, and I am just going to continue to wipe everything down, clean their toothpaste holder and all the things with this microfiber cloth. Now I keep a set of cleaning supplies in every bathroom because if you're anything like me, if it's not right then and right then and right there, you won't do it. So I always have cleaning supplies in each bathroom. So I grabbed the microfiber cloth, and I'm going to wipe everything down. We are into the following day. There's my little bestie right there in her Elsa nightgown that she likes to wear. I just think she is the most precious little thing ever. And so I'm going to clean the floors with a good old-fashioned broom. I feel like it works the best. I'm going to clean this up real quick, and then I'm going to use my steamer to really disinfect this floor. Here are some of the items I purchased for this bathroom. It was kind of like my New Year reset in here. So everything is from Marshall's and very affordable. Got a shower curtain, a liner, and some more hooks. And I'm just going to place these up here. Definitely was time. You can always wash your shower curtains, which I have numerous times, but it was time. It was definitely time. And I wanted to get a good liner in here because they were using the other shower curtain as the liner, and it was just so nasty. So super affordable. Came in here, gonna make it look brand new, and I know my kids, actually, my kids did say thank you, and they were very appreciative. So I was cleaning the floor, and it just was not, something just wasn't working right for me, but I continued on. It was steaming, but not like it usually does. So I just was scrubbing because it was putting out some hot water. And then I realized this sucker isn't working. So I poured all of everything in it, which had a little bit of like a floor cleaner in there. And I'm like, you know what? We are going to improvise because that is what we do on this channel and in this life. If it doesn't work for you the way it's supposed to and the way it's intended, y'all, we got to find a different way. And that is what I did. And it worked just fine. I flipped it over and used the other side of the little, you know, mop part, and it worked great. And the floor was disinfected and so clean. But I will say I was really sad because this steam cleaner has been amazing. I've had it for 3 or 4 years. It's the Shark one. I did go and purchase a Bissell one. The Shark one's $99. The Bissell one's $102, and it had better reviews. So I'm going to give it a shot. It's still in the box, so I'll let you guys know. So I am quickly going through and showing you kind of the mess before I start cleaning this kitchen. We are going to be deep cleaning the kitchen and really getting into the spaces that have been neglected for a very long time. Now, I wanted to make this very quick. I didn't want to harp on the beginning, but now that I'm looking at this footage, I'm a little dizzy. So I apologize for that. So this is the overview of everything. It's not horrible here in the living room, but my house has been feeling really, really grimy to me. Now, a lot of things don't show up on the camera. You just don't see everything. But to me, living in this house, I see everything, and it's gross. I'm just being transparent. It's gross. I feel like this house is legit filthy. The baseboards are nasty. There's food slung on the wall. Like, I do try to keep up with it, but I'm going to be 100% transparent. Y'all know I am anyway. I've been in a really low mood for a minute now, and it's been real inconsistent since I've had Emma. And I've struggled with postpartum depression and anxiety, intrusive thoughts, and I feel like I was pretty good at a baseline, but after having her, it just threw me into a tailspin. So honestly, this past 20 months, I've been just trying to get through the day. I have some really good days, some really good weeks, and then I don't. So after Christmas, I am usually in a low mood, but it lasted way too long and I was getting way too low. So my house just was neglected. And when you're in that state of mind, you don't see, it's like you see the things, but you don't care enough to do it. Or maybe you do care enough, but you just, I don't know, there is a disconnect. And if you know, you know. So I'm starting to come out of that. I talked to my doctor. We're getting some things worked out, and I'm starting to really see the grime and the filth. I mean, I always saw it, but now I'm wanting to like take it head on. So I'm excited to get this stuff done because I want the house to feel good and open and clean. I've been decluttering like crazy. I did not post a video last week because even as we speak right now, I have COVID and my throat is killing me. But I am trying to put some energy into this video because I want you guys to be motivated.
I know, it's scary sometimes, but I know, we're safe. Two peas in a pod, a roller coaster to walk out the door. We could be in control, but we just keep on putting on a show. And baby, I don't mind it. Let them talk, they don't get it. That we are two peas in a pod. Problems. I would never thought that you could be causing these problems. It smells so bright with eyes like these diamonds. Caution. I know I should have known. Right now you're not alone. I don't wanna get in trouble. See where you stand. I don't wanna see you crumble. To recall what we meant. All the words you never said. All the questions in my head. 'Cause you're trouble, yeah. Yeah, you're trouble.
So I'm done with the dishes and I'm moving on to Emma's little seat here, wiping it all down. I did spray it with my Dawn spray wash and just wiping it. Now this seat has some crevices in here that are so hard to clean. You'll see I'm literally trying to dig my finger in there. It is virtually impossible. So I really need to put some duct tape in here so it doesn't get filled with food because this is such a nuisance. But I'm going to try to get everything out of here. I'm also going to go over and do the table and also deep clean the area for the dogs. This was another little area I was like, are you kidding me? How long has this been like this? But let me tackle some of this stuff in the kitchen and then we will move over to some of those spaces.
Never said all the questions in my head. 'Cause you're trouble, yeah. Yeah, you're trouble. Yeah, you're trouble. 'Cause you're trouble. Yeah, you're trouble. Yeah, you're trouble, trouble, trouble. Yeah, you're
The garbage disposal is something I think a lot of people miss. It just takes a minute to get in there and scrub around all of it. This can be an area of really strong odors that we don't even think about. So, this is your reminder that next time you're cleaning your kitchen, try to get into that garbage disposal. If you don't have a garbage disposal, you can definitely put some diluted bleach or something down there so it kills any of the bacteria or residual food particles. So when I'm cleaning the kitchen, whether it's a deep clean or just a normal clean, I have my extra dishes that I don't put in the dishwasher or some that may not fit over here on the drying mat. I always dry these and put them away. I feel like the kitchen for me is not done until there are no dishes anywhere in the sink or on the countertops. So I'm using my favorite method, granite and stone cleaner. This is by far my favorite product to use. I've talked about it for years, and I get it from Target. You can also get it from Grove. I don't know if Walmart carries it or not, but I love this for my granite and stone. I feel like it works the best I have ever used. I can honestly say the house is already starting to feel so much more open and airy and light. It just always amazes me when you clean how it feels, not just how it looks, but how it feels. And that is kind of like what triggered me to do this because it was feeling so grimy and so gross. So like I had mentioned before, spring cleaning is coming up and I'm making a mental note of all the things that I'm going to do. This house is literally going to be scrubbed from top to bottom. As I wipe away the residual pink stuff on here, the shine from this cooktop is amazing. Now, another thing I'll say, I don't feel like it is as gritty as the power paste. So that's another observation I would say I have. It's definitely got some grit to it, but I don't feel like it's as gritty. I do find that the power paste is a little more difficult to clean up. I am using my tried and true sprayway. Now I'm going to say, I kind of go back and forth. I get in these, I don't know even what to call them, but like, I'm like, you know what? I don't want any toxic stuff in my house. And then I go back and I'm like, oh, I miss the sprayway. I miss the Scentsy. I miss this, that, and the other. And then I start having trouble with my asthma and I'm like, no, going back to non-toxic. So I was actually thinking about this again. My asthma's been irritating me, and I read that Scentsy is actually toxic, which so many Scentsy distributors say that it's not, but I heard it is, so I just want to spread the word. And I am also going to be looking for a non-toxic glass cleaner. I know vinegar works beautifully, so I'm probably going to look into that too, because anything with this aerosol always irritates my asthma. I got these dog bowls from Amazon and they work pretty good. A little fun fact, I actually learned this when we were in quarantine 2 years ago and I was trying to find all like the little hidden places that carry like germs. Dog bowls, the water and the food bowls and just all around carry a ton of bacteria and all kinds of things. So the more you know. So it's never been cleaned. Well, maybe once, and I don't even know when. And so today is the day I was going to take care of it. It's one of those things that you see every day and you just don't think about, but they were so nasty. I actually was a little ashamed. I'm just going to be transparent with you. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, it was pretty rough, and no pun intended. So I'm also going to clean their food container because this was another thing that I could not even believe how nasty it was. And this is my fault, but I have given Emma a dry erase marker several times. And she's just gone wild. Of course she has. She's a toddler. And she definitely drew all over this. So I wanted to scrub it real good. Now that I've done the dog bowls, I'm also taking some orange pieces that I just gave Emma an orange and I'm putting in the garbage disposal. This is a wonderful way to make your garbage disposal smell so, so good. I also got an Amazon order in and I'm just showing you some of the things. The 18-inch turntable there is going to be for an organizing video that it desperately needs to get done. Like it should have been done 2 years ago. And then the other thing I showed you, I'll show you how I use it in just a second. It's really cool. Very, very cool. But I have to break down these boxes. So this here is going to make this whole little area look so much better. I can't stand the dark outlet. So isn't this awesome? So cool. So I could not find any of my stainless steel cleaner, so that's totally fine because I'm actually using my magic eraser. This works so good on stainless steel. It honestly works so good on anything. But there were some rust stains on here and some dry erase marker, and it came right up. So I moved right over to the refrigerator, and I'm doing the same thing, just a damp magic eraser, and it is wiping through everything seamlessly. So that's just a way we can save money if we don't have to buy more products. If you've got a dry erase marker, or excuse me, you got a magic eraser, get to it. It works wonders. My friends, I could not believe the actual dripping grease from the back of this vent hood. It was so nasty. Here's a little look of it right here. Yeah, what can I say? I love to fry me some chicken, so. So the kitchen is pretty good. I'm going to do a lot more spring cleaning time, but it's later on in the evening and it is time to mop these floors. So while I mop the floor, I've just got some Arm& Hammer floor cleaner in there, nothing special. While I mop the floor, Chris is actually so sweet and so amazing and the best human in this entire world, and I'm lucky enough to be married to him. Yeah, he's going to be cleaning the carpet because it is it's pretty bad too. So we are going to tackle this. We are really good working together. He does one section and I do the other, and it really helps me out a ton, and he's always willing to help, so that's amazing. So there's my little brag on him. But I'm gonna mop these floors. I do try to, you'll see in just a second, I do try to like put the mop in the sink and wash it out, so I'm not washing, or I'm not cleaning the floor with dirty water, but you know, it only works so well. So this is your reminder, when you are cleaning the carpet, you want to go very, very slowly. Even vacuuming, you want to go so slowly. Obviously this is sped up, but I'm going to show you a clip of how slow we are actually going. You want to give the cleaner or the vacuum time to do its job. So we are almost done, and obviously it is much later in the evening. The kids are in bed, which I've mentioned this before. It is my favorite time to clean because no one bothers me, let's just be honest. And I also really love waking up to a clean house. It's one of my favorite things. And I've told you guys, do a cleaning every single night. It doesn't have to be a deep clean like this, but do some sort of tidy up or cleaning so your future self will thank you. So here is the nastiness, the grime, the filth, all of the above that came out of the carpet. I am so thankful that he cleaned the carpet. It was feeling pretty gross. So we are going to wash this out. You can see that Hazel is definitely shedding. We all know that Hazel's not supposed to shed. You guys also asked me what kind of dog she is, what kind of dog Ruby is. Ruby is a Labradoodle and Hazel is a Cavachon. So here is the nasty mop water, and this concludes today's video. Let me know. It was very upbeat. I used very energetic music today. I tried to like not so much chill vibes. I know we love the chill vibes, and I will continue to do the chill vibe videos. But y'all, sometimes we just got to get in there and clean, and this is that day. So let me know what you thought about today's video. It's a long one, and it's motivating, and it's energetic. So let me know what you thought down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go any further, and don't forget to hit that like button. I love you guys so much, and don't ever forget, you are loved, you are worthy, and you are enough. And I will see you next week. Love you. Bye. It might seem like a big thing, and they're going to see all these open spaces. It might kind of be shocking at first, but when you get into the flow of it, it will feel so much better. When you get the stuff, put it in a bin, and get it out of your house. You start a task, start to finish. Not only did you complete a task, but then when you walk back into that space, you have just made so much more room to make more memories, your imagination to flow. I'm telling you, removing stuff from your home that you no longer need or no longer bring you joy or serve you, it's more than just decluttering. It's more than just donating to families in need. It is about literally opening up space where you can thrive.
Room is filled with silence. We're alone.
So we are not going to hesitate. We are going to jump right into this and start decluttering. So this is Emma's little changing table, and it's not working for her anymore. She needs more space. So I'm actually donating it to anybody who wants it in my neighborhood. But I'm going to take everything out and start just purging anything I don't need, decluttering all the things, and then putting her items in her new
We're
dresser.
not wrong. And ooh,
This is a dresser I purchased from IKEA online, and I really like their furniture. It has always just handled my kids very well, and this isn't the most expensive one, but I like the quality. It's really, really good. I also wanted a taller chest of drawers. That way we could just kind of save space, and I like it. It's really cool, and I don't know, I can't even remember the name to it, but I like it a lot. I also want to add, if you are new here, welcome. I am so glad you're here. I create content of cleaning, decorating, decluttering, and organizing. As a mom of 6, we've always got something to do.
So I'm just dancing in the mess you left behind. You head for north, I'm south. Though you're gone, it feels like something's.
So I posted on our community page that I had clothes from 1 year to 18 months, and I had a wonderful foster family pick those up from my porch, which was amazing. This really does help me. I love to help people in general, but when you are maybe getting rid of stuff and it's hard for you, just remember how you can bless someone else. Just put on your community page or Facebook Marketplace free, and I'm telling you, it'll be out of your house really quickly, and it'll save you a trip. I did the same thing with the other dresser and the changing pad. So this was all gone, and I didn't have to lug it around, but more importantly, it blessed another family.
Now you don't know me, can't control or own me, but you're the one who's playing with my mind.
Okay, we are in my boys' room. This is my 8-year-old and my 11-year-old. Sorry, I had to think about that. And my 8-year-old will be 9 in April. This is Noah and Josiah's room, shared room. And I wanted to come in here because I knew this room needed to be decluttered like something crazy. I always come in here and I'm stepping over clothes, and there is so much laundry to be done constantly. There's just stuff thrown around, and I was over it. And I know for myself and for my children that we do better in open spaces, uncluttered spaces. So I wanted to tackle this. I've been putting it off for probably a year now, and today was the day I just wanted to get in here and just knock it out. And that's what I've been doing with all the areas in my house where I'm like, I just been putting it off, like the big areas that overwhelm me. I'm just getting in there and just knocking it out, and it feels so good. When I show you the before and after, it's pretty crazy, but to tell you that I was able to actually take a whole carload, my truck was full to the brim of things I brought out of here. It shocked me so much. I could not believe how much I was able to get rid of. Okay, so when I'm going through things and decluttering, I can go very quickly. Like the first pass, I can be really quick, just go through there, whatever I just know right off the bat that we don't need, I'm gonna put it in the basket. When it comes to the kids stuff, clothes, I can usually do myself. Toys and like things like that, I do like to have them involved. Josiah's home with me today, so that made it a little bit easier, but I also know the things that I wash repeatedly and the things that have been hanging in their closet for a really long time. So I take that into consideration when I'm going through their items. Also, I don't love laundry. They don't love laundry. We have way too much stuff. Like, it's just way too much. And honestly, those are the things that really overwhelm me. And they don't know any differently. So going through all of these things, it might seem like a big thing, and they're going to see all these open spaces. It might kind of be shocking at first, but when you get into the flow of it, it will feel so much better. Not just look better, but it's going to feel better. I can't really explain it until you actually do it. When you get the stuff, put it in a bin, and get it out of your house. You start a task, start to finish. not only did you complete a task, but then when you walk back into that space, you have just made so much more room to make more memories, your imagination to flow. I'm telling you, removing stuff from your home that you no longer need or no longer bring you joy or serve you, it's more than just decluttering. It's more than just donating to families in need. It is about literally opening up space where you can thrive and you can grow and you can literally just be your best self. I cannot explain to you how much it will change your life by decluttering a little space, a little drawer, closet, your room, whatever. Big things or small things, it will literally change your life, and it will start setting in motion more decluttering and getting control over your spaces. So I've already done the big sweep of their clothes. I am now going into the little cube organizer and these little containers here and getting more items out. I'm filling up this black trash bag. Now, here's a little tip that I would like to recommend to you guys. You can definitely go in there with like regular trash bags, but in my opinion, you're better off doing a black trash bag or even a box, not a clear box, but a box. Because if you're anything like me, when I started this journey, I would go back into the items that I decluttered and got out of the space, and I would bring them back into them. I would see it and be like, oh, actually, I really do like that. I think I'm going to take it back. And I would do that. But if I use something that I cannot see through, like a black trash bag or a box, I don't see those items and they are gone. They're out of my sight. I will put it in the garage or my closet or set it aside, and I do not fumble back in there at all. Once it's in the bag, it stays in the bag. And take it from me, it took me a long time to really get comfortable with this step, but having something that I cannot see through really helped me. It just kind of helps you just not see it. If you don't see it, you don't think about it, and then you realize I didn't need it all along. So I'm in their room now. I've done a huge sweep, huge, and I'm going to clean their sheets really quick. I'm just going to zoom through here. I'm going to throw these down over the banister and start washing them as I continue to finish up in here. So the boys had a ton of Legos and they were being stored underneath the bed. Well, I did post them on Facebook Marketplace for $100. They weren't selling, so I was able to get a buyer for $40, which I didn't mind because they were really heavy. I didn't know what else to do with them, and they're going to go to someone in need, which is totally fine with me. Then I'm going to go through all of their clothes here. I'm going to hang some things up. I've got to get them some different hangers, and I'm just going to go through here really quick. Now, I do want to recommend when you are decluttering, I always tell you guys to start off with trash first and foremost, because it's easy. You want to start easy, especially if you are just getting into this. It just helps you set the momentum, and then you can do more and more things. So this is a jacket that Noah loves. Not my style, not my taste. I don't want it in the house, but he loves it. However, it is way too big for him. So I'm going to place it in this bin right here because I know how much he loves it, and I think it would be really, I don't know, disrespectful. I don't know how to say it. Just wouldn't be very nice to just throw something out because it isn't my taste. I won't do that. So I'm going to put it in that bin, and when it will fit him, he can then decide if he wants to keep it any longer. But that is what I do. There are some things that I don't like, and it doesn't matter if I like them or not because they love them, and that's what it's about. So I try to definitely respect their boundaries and their items when I go through this process. So this little bin here, I'm going to put their costumes in. Noah still likes to dress up in his Halloween costumes, which is so cute to me. So I'm going to make a little bin here for him that he can go and get the stuff he wants and surprise me in his little skeleton outfit at any time that he chooses to. So it's cute. I love it. So I have an idea. We've got these extra push pins over here, and it just dawned on me as I was looking for a place for their hats. I'm going to use the push pins. It's minimal damage, and it hangs their hats perfectly. And it gets them off. Hold on, baby, I will. It gets them off of the wall. Or, excuse me, it gets them off of the floor. Perfect. Gotta just think outside the box. Perfect. Ta-da! Perfect. And it didn't cost a dime, so that always makes me really happy. So here are Noah's clothes, minimal. Josiah seems to have a little bit more. That's because he has a lot of these because he has tennis practice. But Noah wears those too. And he also likes this kind of stuff. And I've got Halloween costumes up here. His helmet, a football coach gave him that. These are clothes that don't quite fit that I know that they can wear. I got rid of a ton that I've been holding since Drew was itty bitty. He's 17 now, so it was time to let a lot of those go. Sorry, I heard something downstairs. I got some staple pieces up there. And then this here has got some books. I'm going to go through this with Josiah. I'm going to put it in the pile. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to put this in the pile. So when it comes to decluttering, I never want my family to think, oh, you know, Mom's just going to get rid of all of our stuff. That's not the purpose here. I just want them to learn that when we have too much stuff, we can't value any of our stuff. So let's just, you know, minimize that so we can really appreciate the things we have. So here are the items. I did sell that giant bin of Legos. And so I've got some loose ends right here. You hear Emma singing. This is the rest of the... I told Noah to come get your favorite Legos before they sell. And so these are them. And then I found more. So I put them all here. They're Fortnite, dart thingy, some little odds and ends, birthday cards, a box to his little Cosmo thing, some books and pens, and then some like miscellaneous like toys. So when they get home from school today, also this, stuffed animals. Things like this, I will not just go through and get rid of. If it's broken, I pretty much will, unless I've seen them gravitate toward it a lot, then I'll wait and we'll talk through it. But if they're not here, I will put it in a pile, we'll go through it together, and we'll be able to go through this quickly. So you'll see that in a little bit. And same thing with stuffed animals. Stuffed animals usually have more of a sentimental value, so I like to really talk through this thing too. You want to open? Well, no, because you've already written all over my walls. So, no, we're not going to do that. Here are some items they've had in their closet for a year and a half. They've never touched. They are really good items, though, like a whole art set, building a robot, all the things. So, I've got to think about the stuff like this because I just don't know. That can go too. Dirty clothes, trash, a ton of hangers, bins with no tops. That's going to go into the recycling. I gave all the clothes, the 8 to 10 size clothes, medium, to a friend, but she has yet to come pick them up. So they're sitting right there. And this is Goodwill. And this is for a neighbor who's having a baby. This is coming up here, this stuff over here, because I'm going to make a play area for Emma. This is their dirty clothes that I'm going to wash now. And this is my Sam's order, and that's my Costco order. And then that's stuff I need to find a home for. Over here, we are going to get rid of this. I will donate it to somebody. I know they could use it. That's Josiah's blanket when he was a baby. I got to put it in his memory box. This is Christmas. Yes, this is Christmas. My old Mac. I got to figure something out with that. And that is terrifying. So here we are. Bathroom's still pretty much okay because I just got the clothes. So here we are. Not too bad. I told you guys in my last video I haven't been feeling very well and I'm still battling COVID. I think I'm on day 10 or 11 now, and it's kicking my butt. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's kicking my butt. I had to, hold on, let me look at the camera. It took everything in me to get dressed. Sorry. It took everything in me to get dressed this morning. I had been feeling like, and I pulled my shoulder or something, so I've been loading up on ibuprofen and Tylenol, which I don't like doing because I know how bad that is for your liver and your kidneys and your stomach and all that stuff. But like, there ain't no nanny here. My husband ain't here. Ain't nobody here to help me. And you gotta figure it out. That's just what moms have to do. So I'm finally getting back at it. The previous clips were actually from over a week ago. So I'm getting back at it, but at least I'm doing it. I don't care about the time frame, and I would say the same for you. I did want to say, and I don't know if I'm going to already say this in a voiceover or maybe saying it twice, so I'm sorry, but pay attention to the clothes that you're washing and pay attention to the clothes that you're not washing, the ones that keep being hung up. Some items in there are for they have like Christmas programs and stuff like that. It's a black shirt and then another nice black shirt. I'm going to keep it. Then you got your hoodies. We don't wear them every day. But then the rest of the clothes, pay attention to that. Pay attention what you're constantly seeing in the laundry, and pay attention to the things that are always staying hung up because they're not being worn. The things that aren't being worn, go ahead and get rid of them, because unless it's something for like a school program or something, that's not what they're grabbing to. If they're not grabbing to it, they're not going to wear it. And I'm learning that for myself. I had gotten rid of so many clothes, and I figured out what I like. I like neutrals. I like things like this. Sorry if the camera moves, that's Emma. And when I would see things in the store, I would buy it. Well, the problem is I've added a lot of things back to my closet that I don't even grab to. So another key tip is stop bringing stuff into your house. You can declutter all day long, every single day. But if you keep bringing stuff into your house, you're just going to tire yourself out. And that's what I've learned about myself. I tire myself out. So yeah, this is good. I'm doing good though. I haven't been bringing anything else in the house. So, I think when I'm in a low mood, I end up often spending money that I really shouldn't be spending. I don't know why. I actually do know why, but I won't get into the scientific information about that because I do know why. But yeah, feels good, looks good. I am now going to move this stuff onto their bed, pull the rug up, and we're going to vacuum with the Kirby because it's the big boy. It's the real deal. And this room needs to be dusted, so I actually will dust before that. Before I do that though, I am going to have Josiah look at all of his little figurines. Josiah likes to collect things. So he's got a ton of figurines, Fortnite figurines that he needs to go through. You see? He needs to go through all those. I was trying to get Emma. There's Emma. So we need to go through some of that stuff because they're stuffy a lot. And yes, there's a lot of illness going around. But I think it's the dust. I think it's the dust, the dander in the air, and this needs to be taken care of. While I'm standing here, let's just take a little look at it. Yeah. Let's see if I can focus. Sorry, I don't know if I can. Anyway, it's a lot of dust. So I need to clean that. So yeah, all right. We're doing good. We made a lot of progress. That big old bag of clothes, that was good. Like I said, my friend's gonna take it off. I can't pick it up. It's too heavy. Can I hold you? Hi. Can you say hi? Say hi. Say hi. Say hi right there. Can you say hi? Right there. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. What's your name? What's your name? She says, my name is Emma. How old are you? How old are you?
Emma.
Emma. How old is Emma? How old is Emma? Is Emma 1? Do your finger.
1.
1. Emma 1.
1 Anna.
Emma is 1. Say Emma is 1.
And Mama is 1.
Yeah. What's my name?
Mommy.
And who are they? Say those are our friends. Say friends. Say those are our friends.
2 face.
2 friends.
4 face.
4 friends.
5 face.
5 friends.
I
Are our friends. Can you say love you?
love you too.
Love you, friends. Okay, that was too cute. We're going to stop right there and get back to cleaning. Oh, I love you so much.
Mommy.
I love you. Okay, all right, back to it. Back to it.
Mama.
Huh? What is it? Speaking of toys we need to get rid of. He's so cute though, but he collects dust. Oh, I did want to say this. I don't know if you know, you can wash your stuffed animals. You might know that. But if you want to kill dust mites and even, I'm just going to throw this out there, if you ever want to know lice or anything like that, bacteria in your clothes, just throw them in the dryer. You don't actually have to put them through a whole wash. If it will withstand a wash, do it. But if it won't, because some toys won't, they'll get all yucky inside. Just a dryer on the highest heat. I didn't know that. One time my kids had lice and I was washing everything in the house and then a professional lice person said, you can just dry it. And she's absolutely right. So, the more you know, right? The more you know.
I'm slowly fading through the smoke. I can't hear myself think. Now every day since I woke up, I can finally see.
So you guys already know on this channel, we improvise where we have to. So I used a baby wipe and wiped down all of the surfaces really quick, which worked beautifully, let me just add. And then I'm gonna vacuum. Emma is right outside the door. Now we have gates, we have stairs, so we have gates at the top and gates at the bottom. So she's completely secure and good to go. And I'm gonna knock this out before the boys come home, and then I will have them look through some of these items. But I love this vacuum because I know that it's doing a deep down clean, but it's just so incredibly heavy, but it's worth it.
'Cause they are lying. Oh, so quiet. They are lying. Lately I have learned that they come and they go just as fast. They are
So cool, but I don't want. This is size.
So we're gonna keep that.
Yeah. This one.
So throw in what you want. Throw in, and you can keep them all. I'm just asking. But you should make a choice. What are you gonna hold on to and what are you not?
Dog.
Yes, that's for sure. staying.
Memories.
Okay.
Memories, Legoland. So of course you keep these.
Okay, keeping that. You ready to let him go? It's okay.
Too soft.
Well, you do have.
Too soft.
Okay, you do have your one squashmallow.
Yeah, that's fine. Not it.
Why don't we give that to Emma?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay,
It's
good
like your
job.
Strawberry.
Right. Okay.
But it's a hamster.
Go take this and put it in the media room, love. Okay. And then
I
go
was
give
gonna,
that.
like, play it.
I know we have homework to do. Okay, so here's their closet. Noah has some clothes right here that we have to put away. I need to get them some more hangers out of my room. But this is what we're left with right here. Not bad. Plus these 4 items right here. Here are Josiah's clothes. Much better. Up there, I've got clothes. I think I've already talked to you about all of those, so I won't worry about it. I've got their school shirts, the Legos that Noah felt like were really important and special, a couple of books, and some miscellaneous items that we got at Georgia that they wanted to keep. And then I just used the tacks to hang up their hats. I'm going to get something better because they are falling down. I got a couple organizers right there that I'm probably just going to resell because I never got around to using them. And then their shoes, play shoes, and I think I'm going to try to get him to get rid of those because the laces are out. But in my opinion, not too shabby. Okay, so Emma had a little field day. Here is their bedroom. You saw Noah went through his basket. He pulled one item out. I do not force them or push them to do more than they're comfortable with. I do encourage, like, okay, are you sure you're, like, you know, he wanted to keep it all. And I said, well, or, you know, you're not able to play with everything. Let's, you know, I kind of try to do it like that. I make them think. And you didn't see his face because he just got out of the bath and he's not dressed. But he was like, I don't know. It's so soft. I want to keep it. And I'm like, yeah, but, you know, we could give it to Emma. And that's a good transition for him. I think for kids, depending on your child, my kids may need a little buffer every once in a while. Some kids, like Lynn, he'll be like, throw it away. I don't care. Noah needs a buffer. Noah is like, so let me just get it out of the room. And once I get it out of the room, let me put it downstairs for Emma. Once I get it downstairs for Emma, let me get it into the garage. And that is what helps him. And it's just kind of breaking those ties a little bit. I also want him to know that mom's not just going to come in here and take all his stuff away. That's really, really important because that can be really traumatic for kids. So you want to be sensitive, but yet still proactive. The beds are completely clean underneath, except for over here. We do have their Betty bed in a bag, or whatever it's called, the zipper bed. I am going to go put those in there. I'm going to sell them. They read all of those books. No need to keep books that you've already read unless you plan to read them again. Now I need to teach that to my husband. I have organized all of their bins, all of their workout shorts and socks and underwear. I'm going to probably get rid of that lava lamp. It doesn't work. And I have yet to cut those things off. I'd asked Josiah about his little figurines. He wants to keep them, and that's okay because they're all right here. So I would consider this like contained clutter. I don't love it up here, but look at this room. It's pretty open and bare. So if he's going to have one shelf that has memorabilia or something special on here that he wants, I'm going to let him have it. I'm not going to fight with him. I'm not going to fuss over it. Eventually, I may ask him if he wants to put it in a special box or donate them or even sell them, and then I'll let him have the money for them. But that's on his own time, and I try to do that. So now let me show you out here. Oh my gosh. So this is how it always goes. This is all the stuff from my room. I was going to have them go through it, but I decided not to because they haven't touched it in over 2 years. You don't need it, and it's literally just stuff that we purchased to keep them busy, like stuff from Hobby Lobby and like art pads and stuff like that, journals. It's not like really sentimental. That's broken, that's scary, that's trash, that's donate, that's dirty clothes, that's getting fixed, trash, and you know, you get the gist. Pretty good. I think we've done really, really well. I've done more and more laundry. There's Miss Emma down there. I'm coming. I've done more and more laundry, and then I've even made a little pile out of the laundry that I've done so it doesn't come up there. No point in it coming up there. Hi, Boogs. So I'm going to do a very quick run through of my bathroom. I actually filmed this a little while ago. It's probably been 3 weeks. And I wanted to just get in here while Emma was taking a bath one day and just clean it out. And like I had mentioned in so many other videos, and even this one, start off with the trash. So anything that needed to be put in the trash makes it easy. My friend, my neighbor, loves Dime, and I love Dime Beauty as well. But I have invested in some pretty good skincare. So that was kind of like a little treat to myself when I turned 40. So I am going to be giving all of the, well, not all of it, but the majority of my Dime products to her because I have the other stuff that I'm using right now that I'm using just every single day, and I don't want the other stuff to go bad. Not when somebody really wants it. So that's going to go to her. And then Chris got me this really amazing T3 curling iron that has a certain heads you can take off of it. So it is everything I need. So I'm getting rid of all the curling irons, old blow dryers too, because he got me a new blow dryer for Christmas. And then I'm going to go and also pull out some of the lotions and things like that.
I am feeling so proud of myself for getting rid of so many things, and having these bags here and just continuing to fill them up. It just feels so good. It's also helping me keep track of where my money is going, and I just realized I've wasted so much money. I spend a lot of money on things I've been influenced by. I think we could all relate. Things I don't need, and it has to stop. I have to stop bringing things into this house because it is overwhelming me. It is stealing my creativity. It is stealing my joy. It genuinely is. It is making me unhappy. It is making me unwell. And we do not need to keep things that do not serve us. Even if someone gave it to us, we've got to let it go. Now, I've got boxes in the garage here, as you see. I've been collecting stuff for a couple of months. I have thrown things that I have come across in the garage, and if I go back and get it, then maybe I needed it. But if I don't, I am taking it to the Salvation Army. So the cart is full and we are tackling this today. That is another thing. Be sure to get the stuff out of your house. Don't drive around for 3 months with the stuff in the trunk of your car. Take it somewhere. Make it fun. Make it a fun little trip with your kids. Do what you have to do, but go ahead and finish that task. It could be a small bag. It could be a giant bag. It doesn't matter. Little steps make huge, giant, amazing movement. It really does. I can't stress it enough. And the clutter in your house is holding you back. And we don't need that. When we have open spaces, we are free to be creative. We feel less bogged down. I cannot even stress to you the huge importance of having a clear and clutter-free space. It has been linked to anxiety and depression, and we do not need that. So we are letting things go, and we are doing it together. One by one, bag by bag, box by box, we can do this. So I'm so excited to continue this journey with you guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't ever forget how much I love you, and always know you are worthy. See you in the next one. Bye, guys. Welcome, friends. Today is the first of many spring cleaning videos. I am so ready to get deep down and dirty in here.
I forgot to sprinkle the stuff.
So no matter what you're cleaning today, you're going to be provided with so much cleaning motivation. So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, friends, we are going to get right on into it. And side note, my nose is stuffy. Once again, I don't know if it's allergies or if I'm getting sick again. Who knows, but just bear with me because I know it probably sounds a little weird. But we are going to get right into this. So I need to clean under this couch. I vacuum under here regularly, but it's just nasty and sticky. So I decided just to pull the couch completely up. I'm going to put it on its back. We need to fix the rug anyway. And so I'm going to take this opportunity to obviously have a little mommy break and hold Emma. She just woke up from a nap, and then we are going to vacuum under here. Actually, we as in Chris, he is going to vacuum under here. I am going to tackle some other chores. So I've mentioned in my last video and time again, we are a really good team. So there are times where he is on Emma duty and I'm doing things, and then vice versa. Or there's times where he's doing some cleaning and I'm doing some cleaning. So we all just participate and help each other out in the house no matter what. So that's what we are doing. He's vacuuming and I'm doing something else. In today's video, it's gonna kind of be all over the place because there was just so much that needed to be done. And one thing that I realized about myself was I wanted to get into the spring cleaning and the deep and down and dirty and all the thing cleaning, but I could not do it among the mess. So I had to almost like clean the mess, and so then I could get really into it. It's like when I declutter, I make more of a mess. So I decided to go ahead and just get some of the basic things in here that needed to get done. And like I said, it's gonna be all over the place because every single room in my house needs to be touched. But we are gonna have a lot of motivating spring cleaning in today's video, and we're gonna keep busting the spring cleaning out until it's not spring anymore, because that's just how we roll. So Miss Emma is being absolutely precious, and we are just going to continue on. We did not clean the rug because last time I cleaned this rug, or last time Chris cleaned it,
And a few videos ago, it actually smelled really bad afterwards. It smelled like a wet dog, which was absolutely not gonna work for me. So we decided not to do that, and I actually sprinkled some Febreze baking powder on it. I don't like to use things like that usually, but this rug definitely needed it, and I would say it worked pretty well. These were looking pretty gross. I put my coffee on here so you can just imagine. I like these little nesting trays. I got them for $50 on Facebook Marketplace probably 2 years ago, and I have really used them all over my house. And so I'm going to kind of stack these in here and clean these up. I've got a lot of windows and a lot of mirrors to clean in today's video. So any counter space, any countertop, anything like this becomes a catch-all in my house, as you can see. So I'm going to clean this off really quick and then just minimize this area here. You guys know I am just simplifying my life in every aspect, and especially with decor. So I'm going to clean all of this off, put things back, rehome things. These are some of my love every, I think that's how you say it, toys for Emma. By far my favorite toys. By far. I have a box from them quite regularly, and I love their toys. Okay, I'll show you some more of their stuff in a minute, but I just wanted to tell you, if you ever want to check them out for toys, do it. Okay, excuse me, I had to point that out. But anyway, I'm going to simplify everything in my life, and especially my decor. It's getting very, I don't want to say minimal, because it's not. It's just simplified. I still like decor. I still like pretty things, but I want it to be functional. And if it's not functional, I don't want it to just carry too much visual weight. So I got rid of the chair over here. As you saw, I got rid of it for free. I just told someone, just come on and get it. Come on and get it, and they did. So I got rid of the chair, and I'm putting the olive tree back over here. And now I'm going to clean all of these mirrors. So we are going to have a landscaper come the very next day and really clean up this area, because it's just too much for me to handle. But the sliders are really sticky, really messy. So I'm using the Dawn spray wash just to kind of like really
down or whatever, get through all of the grime on here. And then I'm using a scrubber, just like a regular dish scrubber, but I really did not like how it was working. So I will eventually, as you see right here, just use a wet like scrubber. I think it's a Scotch brand, Scotch Brite, I don't know, thing here. And I don't have a Scrub Daddy right now. That would be my go-to. So I'm using that to get all of the stuff off of this window. Now I will say the Dawn spray wash was not a good move because I felt like it was taking forever to get rid of the bubbles and the suds. As you can see, I mean, it definitely needed to be scrubbed, but maybe next time I would use a little bit less Dawn spray wash.
Faces all around me, they just fade in the blue, and I can still shake the feeling that I'm alone.
I have got a straight edge razor here. I get these from Home Depot. It does come with some extras, and I'm getting off any of the stuff on here. I don't know what this is, probably some candy or something. This was the only way this stuff was coming off, so I highly recommend these. I don't know where else you could get them. I get mine at Home Depot like I had mentioned. And then the girls are back in the back, and they're actually taking all of my jasmine plants that I had planted along the fence. They just weren't growing properly, so they are going to go and take them home to their home and rehome them. Take them home to their home to rehome them until I am ready to find something else to do with them. And they just made the yard look kind of just not put together, and they wanted them, so I said go ahead and take them. And while they tackle that, you'll see Emma be bopping all around, and I'm going to continue wiping all of these windows. This slider here, this rail was so messy. It needs to be scrubbed. I will say that when we, later on in the video where we're pressure washing the back patio, some of the water got in and I soaked it up, and I could not believe how great it looked when I cleaned it with a paper towel. But I stopped. Yes, I stopped, and I said, you know what, I'm going to get that in my next video. So half my slider is done. But right now, I am just getting all of the dog hair in the crevices. I'm also getting any of the dust here. This is a perfect time while I've got this attachment on here to get any of the nooks and crannies where there is a ton of dog hair. You guys know, if you've been here, Hazel was not supposed to be a shedding dog. She's a Cavachon, and she sheds like a Labrador or a Golden Retriever. But we love her. But it's frustrating. So this is that opportunity to get all of the dust. I'm also going to be cleaning the fans. I'm going to be doing the AC grates, doing all the things that you should really do regularly, but especially something you need to do during spring cleaning.
You finally moved on, letting go of all that he said, and finally kept for yourself. You really moved on, and I feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it.
So my husband is an AC guy, and this right here was absolutely unacceptable. He was like, no way, this has to be taken care of. So I'm tackling this now. And just so you guys know, make sure you dust your vents regularly. It's really, really important so you have sufficient airflow. And now Sandra is actually using my steamer here. I showed a little bit of this steamer on Instagram. I was blown away. Now we have lighter color grout. When we picked this house out, you do not get to choose the grout color. When we chose the floors, they said this is the grout you get. And at that time, it was no big deal, but now that we've lived here for almost 2 years, we realized it is not that great with, you know, a cat, 2 dogs, their dog, and then I have my own 6 children, and then Sandra, and then any guests. It just gets really, really dingy and dirty, especially in the kitchen and the eating areas. So this little steamer here was a Bissell steamer. I got it from Target. It was $102. And in one of my last videos, I mentioned that my Shark steamer just went out on me. So I read the reviews, and a lot of people said this was great for tile, and it is. It has different attachments too, I believe, and I've got the brush on there, and I didn't use any chemicals, just that steam, and that brush worked so beautifully. So if you have tile or grout lines or whatever the case may be, I would highly recommend this. Now, I have not used it for the regular steamer part. Chris did, and he loved it. And it also comes with like a little smell good disc too. So this is a family thing that we are doing here. We are knocking this out. Now Chris is starting to use the scrubber as well, because this has been such a pet peeve of his, and we were going to hire someone, and I don't want to spend the money, and really neither does he. So $100 I think is well worth it.
Can you feel it, honey? Can you feel it, honey? Now you're way past that. All that bad, 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 bad. So bad, 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 bad. Can you see it, honey? Can you see it? See you past the trouble. Now you know the meaning of it all. It all. Didn't think it happened so soon, but that one afternoon you finally moved on. Letting go of all that he said and finally kept for yourself. You really moved on. And I feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. I feel it, I feel it. Ooh. It's gonna be the ending of all that's bad. From now on, let's just leave it all in the past and look how good we are. No more bleeding, can't you see it healing? Hold on to that feeling, 'cause I know you're gonna get it right, 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 right. So right, 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 right. Didn't need it, now you didn't need it. Didn't even feel it. Told me like 100 times out loud, 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 loud. Making me proud.
Okay, so catch my breath. I am sweating. My camera died, so that I just kept going and going, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I've got another camera. I just wasn't thinking. So I actually cleaned up Emma's room. I personally, when I watch videos of cleaning and organizing and stuff, I don't like watching people like put stuff away. I like the deep down cleaning. I like the organizing. I like the decluttering. I don't love seeing like put this here and put that there if you're just like putting stuff away. So I often don't like to put that kind of stuff on my channel. Sometimes I do, sometimes it just depends. But I needed to pick up her room so I can vacuum it, and then I just happened to change her sheets, and you know how it goes. So I am going to actually sprinkle some stuff in her room real quick and let it sit. Hazel loves to come in here, but I'm trying this new enzyme cleaner, and so far so good. but I need a black light to see any stains because I was just sitting on the floor and I smelled the previous spot and it smelled fine, but then right next to it I'm like, I missed that. So I'm going to sprinkle some stuff in here, and then I'm going to add the enzyme in here, which has such a light scent, what I really love. I used this other one, I think it was Natural Fresh or something. It gave me the worst headache, but this stuff is pretty good. Anyway, so I'm going to vacuum in here real quick and then clean that bathroom. I got to use the pumice stone because we have hard water. No one ever uses that bathroom. It's just very rare, and the water just has like a ring. So I'm going to get that out, wipe everything down, do that, and then do my bedroom. No, dust my bedroom, do my floors, do the bathroom, and then I got to do all upstairs. So we have a lot more to go, but I just wanted to hop on here real quick and say sorry I didn't show me putting stuff like in bins, because I don't think that would be a lot of fun for you to watch, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I gotta show you, we had a landscaper. We do our own landscaping, but we decided just to have someone come and kind of like get it to like where it needs to be, because it was so overwhelming, and they did such a good job. So I'll show that to you guys in just a second. And then Josiah was pressure washing, and then my camera died actually while I was filming him pressure wash. So we're really getting there. The house feels so good. It feels so clean. But in next week's video, we are going to be getting even deeper, even dirtier, and like I said last time, in the cleanest way possible. So we're talking like microwave, we're talking microwave, we're talking like under the toilet seats, we're talking that kind of stuff. So yeah, just make sure you're ready for that. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to do this floor. I'm going to sprinkle the stuff in here first, let it sit for 15 minutes, and then do it. I don't usually use like baking soda type like freshener stuff for my carpet, but because Hazel is, you know, we're going to give it a shot. And my house stinks for some reason. We made onions, like Isabella cooked, and I cooked with onions, and my whole house smells of onions, and I've been trying to air it out all stinking day and it still reeks. So I'm gonna sprinkle that stuff in here and then give it time to kind of dissipate way before Emma has to come in here and go to bed, because I don't want it to upset her. But anyways, okay, you're gonna continue cleaning. Forgot to sprinkle the stuff. Got way too ahead of myself. This is the stuff I was talking about. Ooh. Okay, here's the stuff I was talking about. So the box says I'm supposed to let this sit for 15 minutes. That's what I'm going to do while this is penetrating the carpet and getting some of that odor out of there. I'm going to work on my bedroom real quick, as you saw, and then I'm moving on in here. I have seen little bugs in these pendant lighting, these pendant lights, excuse me. I have seen them in here for so long, and I'm like, I'm gonna get to it. And today is the day I'm finally doing it. As I was cleaning it, it was really difficult, so I just took the entire bottom piece out, and that was so much easier. If you guys want to know, I got these from Home Depot. I believe it came 2 in a pack. I can't really remember at this point, maybe not. Super affordable. I think like $100 and something, which isn't really bad for pendant lights at all. And then this pendant light is actually from Wayfair. I really like it. And so I'm going to dust all of this as well with a wet cloth, because wet cloth is the way to go when you want to dust, so it doesn't get back in the air. I have not found any stainless steel cleaner that I have loved until this Sprayway cleaner. This is the first time ever using it. I purchased it from Walmart and I
love it. A little goes a very long way. I sprayed too much on the refrigerator and I realized that you could just spray the cloth or the paper towel. I think a microfiber cloth would have worked so much better, but I was just zooming through here. I'm trying to get it done. I could feel myself losing steam, and this is the second day, so I was just trying to get it done. You know what I mean? So, but I felt like it worked so well. It cleaned beautifully. It had a nice little citrus scent. So by far my favorite stainless steel cleaner so far. Yes.
I shouldn't want ya, I shouldn't need ya, but I'm afraid that's not up to me. Cause when I hear ya sing through my speakers, it's like my mind takes a hold of me.
So I decided to leave these little clips in here. This is Emma. She is actually under my tripod and she was moving it, and it was so cute. I did not keep it in, but I finally got down on her level and I said, listen, baby, you cannot move my tripod. You have your own toys you can play with. You can't do that. And she screamed, can't do that. And it was the most precious thing, but I tried not to smile. I said, Emma, now we have to go play with our toys. And she did, but it was so cute. So if you ever see my camera kind of go out of focus sometimes that's just the way it is. But a lot of times she is at the bottom of my tripod, just kind of moving it around, because that is what it is like filming these videos or doing anything with a toddler, which, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful for this time. So thankful.
But I'll always want you, and it's so sad, it just makes me cry. Feels like I know you better than others, but you don't care, you never reply. I've tried shutting you off for some time now, but I'm still hearing your voice in my head. Oh, I wish I was more than your fan now, and that your voice came from here in my bed.
So I'm going to be cleaning these back windows. Now, obviously I'm right in front of the window, so you don't get a really good view, but you're getting a pretty good idea. You're also seeing the busy traffic behind me. So they're supposed to be actually not supposed to, they are replanting the bushes along the burn and also putting more shrubbery and trees. And they are also talking about putting a wall right there, so that will block the noise and any view of the cars, which will be really nice, because we loved this lot. It was a pie-shaped lot and we paid a premium for it, but seeing all these cars and hearing the traffic was definitely not what we expected at all. So it is nice to know that the community is actually going to do something about that.
You're in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, making me bleed. Making me bleed. I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till
I'm wiping down this windowsill here. This is where Drew's cat likes to sit and the dogs like to look through here. So there's a lot of scratches and just dirt and debris, and I'm cleaning it with any residual that was on my rag. I'm also going to clean these windows really good with the Sprayway, my favorite stuff, we know that. And then I'm going to also be cleaning the blinds. Now I will show you a little gadget that I use. I'm not really into gimmicky type things for cleaning, but I saw it at TJ Maxx and it seemed so smart, and it really worked very well, and I'll show it to you in just a second. But then I also went around the whole house and did the blinds. I did not film that because I was just kind of in the mood to just go, and I didn't pick up my camera. So
I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile. What is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon is the sun, we don't care about the others. Set my world on fire. You're my
the stairs are always something that looks so dirty just because there's such high traffic here. Now, we were hoping to get the stairs without any carpet, but because we knew we had a baby coming when we built this house, we went ahead and got the carpet. I am looking forward to pulling the carpet up as soon as I possibly can. I think it'll look really, really nice. And like I had mentioned, this is such a high traffic area, so it looks pretty rough most times, but I've got my attachment here on the Dyson and it works great. And I've got my awesome helper because I don't know what I would do without these boys because they are so great when it comes to Emma. She loves them, they love her, and when mommy has to clean or do whatever I have to do, they hop right in to help. And yes, I did just snip the ground because Hazel did decide to have a little accident there, and I wanted to see if it still had odor.
I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what it is you like. I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what it is
So we are going to clean off this back patio. Josiah has been so great with pressure washing. Don't worry, he has good shoes on. He has better protection on his feet than I did, for sure. But I wanted to go ahead and do these cushions. They have never been cleaned, and I've seen so many people do it. So I'm like, I'm going to give this a shot. I did spray it with Dawn spray wash, let it sit on there just for a minute while we were cleaning the rest of the patio off, and it worked really great. The spray wash, or excuse me, the power wash did amazing. And then Josiah will complete the task and he will do the rest of the patio, which, like I had mentioned, he loves doing this, and we love to give our boys something to do, obviously age appropriate, and we are very careful with them, especially with something like a power wash or a lawnmower. We have to be very careful, but we do like to give our boys tasks because they love having something to do for the most part, and they feel really proud of themselves. And I'm trying to teach them and instill in them that it is so important to help the family out just because. It has definitely been more than 15 minutes, but I'm coming in here with the Kirby and I'm going to vacuum all of that powder up. Now, I don't usually get things like this. I don't buy things like this with lots of fragrance, but because the carpets are smelling kind of dingy and because I have had them cleaned with Stanley cleaner, what am I saying? I've had them cleaned with Stanley steamer, okay. But we have dogs, and Hazel, and then Ruby, she just kind of stinks even though I give her baths. It is nice to kind of get these carpets smelling fresh again. So I have to say I recommend it. I've used it on the rug, I've used it in here, I used it on my rug in my bedroom, and it really, really did nice. Now I do have my fan on really high because I can't handle super strong smells or scents. They give me headaches. So if I'm in the room right away and I stay in there for a while after I've poured this on the carpet, it does give me a headache. But if I leave and then I come back, it's totally fine. And I don't know how true it is, but it also says it helps bring up more dirt off the carpet. So that's just what it says. We shall see. It definitely looks good and it definitely smells good. I am in Emma's bathroom. No one ever comes in here really. So I'm just wiping down all the countertops really quick using the rag. I'm going to wipe down the toilet as well. There was a pretty nasty stain. Now we have really hard water here in Florida. And like I mentioned, not many ever use the bathroom here. So I'm just going to clean it out really good and then use my pumice stone to get all of the stain out of here because it desperately needed it. If you guys are looking for a pumice stone, Walmart has this one with the handle. Also Amazon, you can find them at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. They're amazing. Game changer for sure. And you can use them anywhere. Next, I am into the boys' bathroom. I'm giving this a good cleaning because it needs it. And again, like I had mentioned, I have learned about myself when I want to deep clean, when I want to declutter or something like that, I cannot work around the mess. So I decided to zoom up here really quick, wipe off all the counters. So when I come in here with my Power Shot little steamer and then I do the baseboard, I do the walls, I'm going to do some touch-up painting. I don't want to deal with all of the toothpaste all over the countertop and things. So I'm taking care of this really quick. Let me know, are you guys like that too? Like you have to like almost clean before you deep clean, or you have to like straighten up before you declutter? Because I make such a mess that I get very visually overstimulated. So if there's stuff all over the counters and stuff all over the floor, I can't focus on the task at hand. And I have learned that about myself. It's just who I am. So listen, you have to do what works for you. That is one of the biggest things that I try to share on this channel. Do what works for you. Now I'm in the tub here. I get my son this Dr. Squash pine tar soap. He loves it. It's all natural stuff, but it stains the tub very badly. So I will not be purchasing that particular scent anymore because I don't want to clean this tub anymore. And I asked him why he didn't do it, and he's like, Mom, I tried. So yeah, I also used my Scrub Daddy scrubby stuff. The pink stuff really does work so much better for a task like this. So now that I am about done with the bathroom, I am moving on into the media room. It was a disaster. We had asked Noah to clean it about 3 times and it wasn't happening. You can see my frustration and my own overwhelm with this space. And I'm not going to go into all of the details of asking him to do it because those are private details, but this was supposed to be his task. The boys will often barter with each other, if you will, and so this was his task, but it hasn't gotten done. And the truth of the matter is when they're up here, they kind of do their own thing. I mean, obviously with limits, but it's just got too out of hand. Now Noah is a lot like me, and he gets visually overstimulated very quickly, and I know that about him. So after asking and asking, seeing total meltdowns, I decided to do it. Generally, I don't do that. I will come up here and help him, but we had to get some things done. We had a time crunch, and so I decided to tackle this. But on a go forward basis, this is something that he has got to learn to do, and just to be more responsible with his time. We all have to do that. I'm 41 years old. I'm still learning to do that. But yeah, I was overwhelmed for a fact in here, but I knew I could get in here and do it very quickly. I'm going to get a better system for them, because just making a huge mess and putting it all away just doesn't work. Not for Noah. Some of my kids maybe, but not for him. And that's one thing with parenting. I'm just learning what works for one may not work for others. So honestly, this room is just kind of a catch-all. They hang out in here, and we really don't even need this room anymore, to be quite honest. So as I continue to clean up, I am really wishing that I could get it done as quickly as I can edit this video and have this section time lapse, because this was about the 3rd day of cleaning off and on, and I was worn out. It was later in the evening, and I was just so ready to get rid of everything on the floor. I just was over it. So I am finishing up in here, and it feels really good because I know I can go to bed very quickly. So as I had mentioned, I just don't know that we need this room anymore. The more that we have lived, the longer we've lived in this house, I've realized it is just a lot of house to take care of. Of course, everyone chips in, but ultimately, I'm home all day and I try to keep it clean, and it is just really hard to do. I'm so thankful for this house. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But it's a lot. It is a lot for sure. So I am spraying the carpet for some of Hazel's mess. I'm trying out these new cleaners. I'm trying out something called Furry Fresh. Furry Fresh, and then this cleaner here. Got it from Walmart. So far I like this one, but I'm going to try the Furry Freshness or Furry Fresh 2. So that's a lot of words. But I just want to take a moment and say thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope whatever you're doing today, you do it to your best of your ability, and always know how loved you are. And I'm so thankful for you. See you in the next one.
Hello my friends, I am so glad you're here today. In today's video, we are doing the entire kitchen. We are going to declutter and organize. I am going to share a ton of tips and tricks to maintain a clean kitchen, more functional and clutter-free. So if you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and we are going to get started. Let's go. We are going to get right into this. So first, I am going to go through the entire kitchen, and I'm going to show you what we are dealing with. So I have done these kitchen organization videos before, and I have not kept up with them. I do for a while, and then life gets busy. We all know how it is. You don't keep up with them. So I just start throwing things in there. So you saw the medicine cabinet. This is a cabinet over here. I did not feel like this was getting used like it should. We have 42-inch cabinets, so they go pretty tall, and we rarely get to the top. So I really tried to organize it the best I could, but I could see a lot of room for improvement, and I could also find a lot of things in here that I just didn't need to have. Also, you know, I have a lot of kids, so I wanted to make their plates and cups and sippies and bowls more accessible. Now, this cabinet here is like my baking cabinet, and it was stressing me out. So here, this is another area that I just felt like could be used better. Now, I do not like a lot of things on my countertops, so I put my toaster and Noah's quesadilla maker right here, and then there's just stuff in the back that just does not make sense. And at some point, I just kind of get over it, and I'm just busy with my day, and I start throwing things in there. And I don't care how it goes. I'm just like, get out of my face. So that's kind of what you're looking at right now. Now, I have organized this before, like I told you, and it worked for a short amount of time, but I didn't keep up with it. And my kids, they unload the dishwasher and they don't keep up with it. Sometimes I'm on them to fix it, and sometimes I'm not. So this is what you're dealing with. Also, we accumulate more things here and there. In my mind, I'm like, okay, we need another pizza cutter, and I will pick it up. But we really don't always need another pizza cutter because we had one hiding somewhere. Got a lot of Tupperware that needs to be thrown away. And then this area right here is just, again, my kids putting dishes away. I really need to label like the cabinets or something, to be honest. This is a catch-all right here. This is above the refrigerator, and I don't think I need like 90% of the stuff in here. My wooden spoons, I can get rid of that as well. So first thing, we're going to take everything out. This medicine cabinet has really just been staring me in the face for so long. I have wanted to do this project for months and months and months, but honestly, that baking cabinet above the microwave has overwhelmed me so much, and this has overwhelmed me so much that I was almost like paralyzed and didn't want to do it. So while at TJ Maxx, I picked up this 3-tier organizer. I love the acrylic because it doesn't have a lot of visual interest, and I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to start organizing all the seasons. Now, they usually were in the pantry, but I always felt like it was inconvenient to go to the pantry, so I decided to put them here, and I think this is going to work so much better for me. And I'm also going to continue to add all of the oils and extra seasonings here because I do want to redo the pantry eventually, but we'll see. Yeah. These are some of the containers I filled in the rental house we lived in, but they don't get used. And FYI, if you have your apple cider vinegar in one of these containers, gnats will get in it. That's all you need to know. So as much as I love them, they weren't really working for me. So we are just going to reconfigure this entire kitchen to make sense for us. This is the other side here, and this was not working. We just threw things in here. So this little turntable, I have a ton of them, and I love using them. They work out so well. But look at all of the medicines and supplements that came out of that cabinet. Now, one thing that I throw money at are supplements. If it says it will fix me, heal me, or make me feel better, make me a better person, I'm like, just take my money. And that is something I think I get from my grandmother. I believe all the claims. So I have learned what I like and what I don't like. I've learned the things that we use and we don't use. And so I'm going to be super mindful when I go through all these things. Also, when it comes to prescription medications, I like to keep those in my bathroom. I don't know. I'm very paranoid about prescription medications. I just don't like them around my kids, especially because I have been prescribed Adderall. I don't personally use it, but I've been prescribed it and I haven't thrown it away or gotten rid of it. So I'm just going to put that in a container that isn't noticeable to anyone. Actually, the little white one back there that you see, the little metal one, I'm going to put all my prescriptions in there because I just don't think they need to be easily accessed or just seen. I don't know. When you've lived with an addict, which in my past, I've lived with an addict, you are very diligent about putting certain things away. Obviously, that is not my story anymore, but there's something inside me that will always just hide those things. I don't know. It's just who I am at this point. So I don't need to, but I will. So we're going to put our like powders, drinks up here, workout drinks right there on the turntable. It was a bit blurry, but you got the point. And then I've got these containers here. I got them from Amazon. It came with like a large one, a medium, and 2 small ones, as you see. And it was super affordable, and I love them. Very good quality. Really good. Feels like the home edit line. And then I'm going to take a larger one. Actually, this is the medium one, and I'm going to put my supplements in here. And we're just going to make this way more accessible for all of us. So I don't think I need the majority of stuff in here. My mom gave me a bread maker and she's given me glassware. My stepdad, her husband's parents have passed away and we have accumulated a lot of stuff from them. I personally didn't want it, but my mom was like, take it, it's expensive, and I just felt bad, so I took it. But reality is I didn't want it. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. I saw a comment on my last video that says the person that gave you a gift would not want you to keep it out of guilt. And that was so good because it's true. So I was thinking about, do I want to keep this bread maker, thinking about all the things I could do with it and realizing I've had it for 2 years and I've never touched it. So it went into the bin. I've got 2 plastic bins over there that are catching all of the things that I am getting rid of, and I am going to be taking all of this to the Salvation Army. I'm also going through any of the rags I don't need, as you saw, and the dish towels. I need everything in here, and I will be going through this drawer because it is my junk drawer, but it always gets so full, and I'm going to be throwing away a ton of stuff out of here. You don't need 50 million pens and 1,000 Sharpies. It's just not necessary. So I'm going to be minimizing this a great deal. Okay, so when it comes to keeping your house clean, your kitchen clean, all the things, getting rid of stuff truly and genuinely helps. You don't need multiple coffee cups if you're not going to use them all and you don't have that many people in your house. You don't need 10 pens. You really don't use them. You only need one sort of utensil. You don't need multiple. And it really does help when you reduce things so much. It is so much easier to keep things tidy. Everything has a home and you are doing so much less cleaning. And that is my goal, just to reduce the overwhelm, because I feel overwhelmed by the cleaning and clutter in the house all the time. So getting rid of stuff helps you keep the house cleaner and helps keep your mind just clearer. I am going to go through every drawer, every cabinet in this kitchen. And even if I don't take stuff out of there, I just want to get some visual inventory of the things I have. So this cabinet here is where I keep my air fryer. I don't like things on my countertop, and I just took a couple of, the plastic cutting boards and some little miscellaneous things out of there. This is where I keep my mixer. Didn't need to take anything. Don't need to take anything out of this drawer. But again, I'm just taking mental or inventory of the things and just getting rid of what I don't want or what I don't need. So this is a work in progress. There will be times where I don't take anything out, and there'll be times where I'll take a ton of things out. But again, I just want to go through everything in the kitchen to see what I need and I don't need. So this is another little section that I want to completely use for something else. So I'm taking everything out of here. And then this bottom drawer is going to be for Chris for all of his shakes and smoothies, because that man loves a protein smoothie. So this is another thing that I'm going to get rid of. I am not going to keep it. In my mind, I'm like, when I have parties, when I have people and company over, I'll use it. Well, guess what? I have not ever used it. And when I've had people over, it's never gotten pulled out. It's beautiful, it's lovely, but I'm not going to use it, so it had to go. I am also going to be getting rid of any of my extra utensils. I don't need many of the same things. If they have different purposes and uses, fine. But if not, they're going to go. Like I have 2 of these wooden spoons. I don't need 2 wooden spoons. And then there are also some of these utensils that I have literally just never used. So I'm going to be taking those out as well, because there's no point in them taking up any space. And you really have to be truthful with yourself. You're like, how long have I had this in here? Will I really ever use it? I've had it for 2 years and I've never, so it's time to go. Also, this is an opportunity to say like, I really love this knife, but it doesn't work very well, but I love the knife. So write it on your shopping list. Get a new knife. That is okay to do. I would rather you get one of something you'll use than a broken thing that just sits there just taking up space. Don't do that. It's okay to have some empty spaces until you get the things that you really love, and that is what I'm learning. Empty spaces are not a bad thing. You don't need to fill all of the empty spaces either. So this cabinet here was the one that I have been dreading for months and months. It's just a catch-all with all of our party supplies and cake stuff and baking stuff. So I am going to completely pull everything out of here, and when you see the transformation, I think that you'll be really impressed. This was purchased from the Target dollar spot for $5. I got them a long time ago. Really like them, and it just made sense to me to use this for my sprinkles. This is perfect. So I'm going to add all of my sprinkles here. When I had my 40th birthday party, I had a plethora of sprinkles left over, and I also got some things for Halloween that I never used. So I'm going to add those parts here, or these little things here. It's perfect here in the middle, and the normal sprinkle bottles fit in here just fine. The larger one was definitely a little bit more difficult, but it still was spinning, and I think this is great. I think this would be great also under a sink. I think you're like, or a medicine area, this little thing I think is very useful. So I was really happy. This made me really happy seeing it spin so nicely with all my sprinkles. I'm going to put all of our party supplies in here. Now, let me just encourage you. I know you're saying these bins, the majority of this stuff I've had for a very long time. Even if it has tags on it, I've had it. I don't want you to feel compelled to rush out and go spend a whole bunch of money at Target, Amazon, Walmart, or any place trying to buy these bins. You need to hone in on decluttering skills first. If you start decluttering and organizing and you see a need for something, you need this to keep it more tidy, and you want to make subcategories, knock yourself out. But don't feel like you need to go somewhere and spend a ton of money. Also, don't go and spend money hoping that that will motivate you to start a project. Start your project, write down what you need a bin for, and then go from there. Just don't, because that's what I'll do. I will go and I'll buy these organization things, and I'll be like, yes, one day I'll use this. Well, it sits there for the longest time. And that Target tray or turntable was one of the things. It's been sitting in my garage for months. That isn't necessary to do, and I still have another one in there. To me, I am wasting money. So I just want to encourage you, don't go out and buy a whole bunch of bins and then work on a project. Work on your project, see what you truly, truly need. And if you want to save money, you can definitely do dollar spots, dollar store. I buy a lot of stuff from the hospice thrift store and also like Goodwill and Salvation Army. I don't always go buy new stuff. Now, sometimes if I'm in a pinch and I don't see that I'm going to be able to get out anytime soon, because it's not always easy with a toddler, I surely will hit up an Amazon or online. But I am trying to be super mindful of how I spend my money, and I'm not trying to buy in excess anymore. And I love some planners, pens, and organization things. I love it. It makes me so happy. But if you see my garage, you realize that I probably have had a problem and I don't want to continue to add to that. So that's my encouragement to you. Don't go out and spend money you don't need to spend. You can do this. I'm telling you, you probably have things around your house that you can use for another just multi-purpose things and make your space look beautiful. I'm going to zoom through here and I'm going to recycle any of the extra like takeout containers and plasticware that don't have lids. I like to put the lids on top of my containers because it helps me see what I'm looking for. If I need a lid somewhere, I kind of keep my eye open for that. And if I don't find it, then I will get rid of it. Also, it lets me see what I have. I used to have a lot more, but when you get older kids, they take your stuff. So it's a lot of fun. Actually, I really do love it. It makes me happy that they take food home to eat. It just fills my heart. So I just want to get through here. I want to organize it all. It's kind of like playing a game of Tetris and just making sure everything fits. So I'm going to go through here. Isabella gave me these really beautiful plates. They're like melamine plates. And then my mom gave me this plates from her mother-in-law that passed away. I just didn't need it. I just didn't want it. I just didn't need it. Do not feel bad to say no to gifts. I'm doing better. Sometimes I don't want to hurt people's feelings. Hold up. I never want to hurt someone's feelings, but I am doing better with saying, no, I don't need that. But she had offered me so much stuff. I had said no to so much stuff. So when she handed me the plates, I was like, oh, okay, fine, I'll take them. When really I knew I was going to get rid of them. And they were super heavy and it just doesn't work for my life right now. I use Corningware plain plates. They're thin, they're anti-scratch. You can drop them, they don't break. You can buy them online. You can buy them at Target. You can buy them at Walmart. And if anything does break, I can easily get another one. So that's a bonus for me. Also, if something isn't working in your home, you can just move things around. You don't necessarily have to declutter a lot if you don't have things to declutter, but sometimes what worked in a space before doesn't always fit that way. So it's okay to move things around. Like you saw, I moved my seasons around and my medicines around. You can get really creative with the things that you have, and that's what I want to tell you guys to do. Just think outside the box. Even look at Pinterest. There are a ton of resources and really creative ideas on Pinterest. I would probably search there first before I looked on Instagram or anything like that, because I feel like Instagram will like suck you in and then you'll be like, I don't have that house, or I don't have that space, or I don't have this, I don't have that money. That's what it does to me personally. I have always struggled with comparison. So Pinterest is my go-to because I don't know those people, and a lot of times you're just seeing pictures and I'm not really comparing myself to that, if that makes any sense. I don't want y'all to come here and compare yourself because, listen, there are so many people in the world and we all have different gifts and different qualities in our life. We have different situations in different seasons of life. There is no room for comparison here. at this channel, you are to know that you are loved and you are worthy and you are enough exactly where you are. You don't need a new house. You don't need a new car. You don't need more space. You don't need anything to be wonderful and accepted as who you are on this channel. And so when you are working with a space, I just want you to get really creative. You can do this with any space that you have. Declutter and organize, and I'm telling you, you can make any space beautiful. Okay, so here we are. Here are the 2 bins that I emptied out, and I really can't. Truthfully, I knew it needed to be done, but I can't believe we were able to fill up so much. I'm definitely gonna need to get help getting this stuff out because it's super heavy. I just really minimized so much stuff. And I really worked on the gifts. I've mentioned before that it is hard for me to get rid of gifts. Like Chris got me this, but it is so, I love Little Mermaid. It is so awkward to drink out of. These don't have tops, so we don't like this. We have the Stanley cups, we like them better. I won't go through everything, but it's just stuff we don't need anymore. So I'm really proud of myself for minimizing this. So here we are in the kitchen. I've also cleaned off the countertops and just moved some things around that worked a little bit better. These are the containers that I emptied out. Some little chippies for Emma that they are drying right here. I'm gonna use this for oats. I need to do my pantry again, but I'll show it to you. It's atrocious. And these are the things I wanna keep. Can you believe that that was sitting in there for over a year? Whoa, whoa. So I'm gonna go through here real quick and we're just gonna kind of go through it really fast. I'll zoom through. So you saw me clean out here. This is really making me happy. I absolutely love the little Easter thing up there, and that's for salads and fruit salad. This is perfection to me. I'm so, so happy. Over here, the cups, reorganized everything. I did put the Vital Proteins up there just so I can remember to put it in my coffee. So now I remember. I've got my cups here, the plastic cups the kids use, my favorite coffee cups, and those are the tea cups that Isabella loves. I wanted to get rid of more, but I know she drinks out of them, so I have space and I can leave it up there. There's Drew's ramen noodle cup that he loves, and those are my hot chocolate cups. They were $1 from the Dollar Tree, and I use them every year. I love them. Up here above the fridge, there's nothing. It's completely empty. Sorry, I'm shaky. It's completely empty. It's okay to have empty spaces. Let's see. There's not much difference in here. I put the air fryer in here because I don't like stuff on my countertops. And then I just stacked some of the things like seasonal stuff that we do use. And my trays, I'm not ready to get rid of. My canister set, I do love steel. I keep my mixer right here. I would like to build in the pantry. I'll just show it to you. You guys are gonna just, whoa. Ta-da! I wanna build in the pantry a tabletop. So cabinets in here, L-shaped, and then a butcher block, and then shelves all the way up just to maximize the space in here because this is not working and this is not functional. Let's just close it and pretend like it didn't happen. Beautiful. Okay, so I didn't need to get rid of anything in there. I did put the toaster here, and Noah loves his tortilla maker. Chris got that, he won it. So this is Chris's stuff down here. I only kept the things that I had a lid to. You can hear the kids playing in the bath. In here, I'm really proud of this space right here. Wow. So this is for Emma. Wow, wow. So these are all the plates and bowls that the kids use. Her sippies are in the dishwasher. They will go right here. And then these have lids. Hold on. These have lids. Okay, this doesn't need to stay there, but I put it there for now. I use that all the time. That's for my blender, and I cannot find my emulsifier. And this looks really good. That's my happy wax. I need to put that in a better container. I'm especially proud of here. You can see Noah already put his chips here. Whatever. So I've got all of my baking supplies in here and things that I use. I'm going to use the containers over there that are drying to fill it up with like oats and chocolate chips, but I didn't have that right now. So when it comes, it comes. I put the cling wrap up there, all of the sprinkles. Let's get closer. There we go. So we've got parties like cake, I don't know, muffin, what are they called? Oh, cupcake liners, things like that, and sprinkles, and then my cling wrap that I've had for 10 years, not an exaggeration whatsoever. I've got my cookbooks. I don't really write in cookbooks, if I'm being honest. I told myself, you either write in them this year or they're out of here. That's what I told myself, and I really will follow through. So over here, cleaned this section out a little bit better, got rid of any duplicates. I got rid of. I don't need to of anything. I got rid of the multiple pizza cutters because I got this big one, actually Hobby Lobby, 40% off, and I love it. And then here, I only kept things that had lids. The bottom part of that is in the dishwasher. Again, it's going right now. Got everything right here, and I love these because they're glass and they last forever. The other two are my mom's. La la la, mixing bowls, and yeah, hey, P.S. if you ever want like really good glass Pyrex dishware, Goodwill, yard sales, I got that for $1, and I love it. Okay, so I look crazy. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I had, sorry, it was weird. I had a total ablative laser done to my face to get rid of just some really, just a lifelong sun damage. And so that's what this is. I know it looks scary. It's a work in progress. It's already looking so much better. I talked about all the details of it on Instagram, so I won't probably say too much right now, but I just wanted to get on here and show my face. I'm really happy with the way things look. I'm thinking about bringing the other little white cabinet in here and taking the Nespresso and putting it here because we don't use it all the time, but Isabella uses it when she's here. I don't think I need this anymore. I love it. I think it looks great. It's great for decoration, but I don't think I need it anymore. So I'll think about that kind of stuff. So I'm pleased and I feel really proud of myself. Every time I do one of these projects, it gives me more momentum to do more and more. That cabinet right there above the microwave where the baking items were, that was why I was delaying this process so long. And I have been wanting to do this for a couple of months, but I kept thinking about that cabinet. Was like, it overwhelms me, like paralyzes me. But let me tell you something, I was able to get through that thing super quick. So my encouragement to you is if you're kind of holding off on doing a decluttering project because it overwhelms you, do one cabinet, one drawer, one closet, very small, start little, you know, one step at a time. And the next thing you'll notice, you'll be like, wow, that really wasn't that big of a deal. It really wasn't. So, and I've also freed up so much space. Like, I don't know why. Like, technically, like, it doesn't feel different, but it feels different. Like, my kitchen feels different. The countertops are clean. I know where every single thing is. It's accessible for the kids as well. So, no matter the space you have, you can always rethink your space. You don't have to buy a new space. You don't need to buy more bins for your space. Just get creative. You can literally, like how I moved, you know, the medicine from there to the other side. That makes more sense. How I moved the seasonings from the pantry into the cabinet. It just makes more sense. So don't feel compelled to go out and be like, well, I can't do it because my house doesn't look like yours, or I don't have space like yours, or I don't have the money for bins. Listen, you can buy all the bins in the world. That's not gonna do what it needs to do for your organization skills. Your organization skills are from you, not the bins you have. That is just a bonus. You can organize things all kinds of way and not have to pay or spend a dime. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. Don't ever feel compelled to go buy stuff. Y'all, you don't need to. Now, if you want to purchase some items, then I do have the stuff on my Amazon. You can check it out. But only thing I purchased were those white acrylic bins. That's it. Other than that, I used everything I've already had. Use what you have. Get creative. If you don't have any bins, you can literally use cardboard boxes. I'm not exaggerating. You can use diaper boxes, cardboard boxes. You can line it with peel and stick wallpaper. You can do brown paper, which looks really cool. You can do contact paper. You can do wrapping paper. Get creative. You can find a way to organize. If you need bins to put things in there, like subcategories, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Like I said, only thing I purchased were those bins. Oh, and that 18-inch turntable. But could I have done it without the turntable? Well, yeah, I could have. So that's my encouragement to you. I'm gonna have Chris put that in my car to send it off. And by the time you see me next, we will be doing spring cleaning, a lot of it, because there is mold and mildew all over these windows. It's Florida and it gets nasty, and I'm ready. I've been kind of holding off because in my mind, I was like, I gotta finish this before I start that. So starting next week, I think the first video is gonna be my spring front porch decorating video. And then we are gonna go full force into spring cleaning, and we are gonna clean every nook and cranny of this house, also repaint, recaulk the baseboards and the, what are those things called? Crown molding, the tubs, regrout things because it's cracking, because you know, if you know, you know. So we had a lot to do. I'm also gonna be doing, let me show you, I'm gonna be, you can't really see it, of course you can't, but like, the grout's supposed to be white. We're gonna be taking it back to its former glory. So we got a lot of hands and knees scrubbing coming up, a lot of nooks and crannies cleaning, and a lot of like, don't even put no makeup on your face because you're gonna sweat it off type of cleaning. Like, this is your grandma's type of cleaning. We are gonna get down and we are gonna get dirty in the cleanest way possible. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Go ahead and like it because it helps my channel. And if you're new, would you consider subscribing? I post videos every single week. And I don't know why I hug myself. Emma does that too. Like, if we say love you, she goes, love you. Okay, squirrel. That's just the way my brain works. When I'm like pumped up about what I did, I feel so good about myself. And I'm just like, okay, now what next? What's space next? But I can't do a space next because I gotta edit this video so it gets out tomorrow. Because I like to procrastinate. Because it's fun. Okay, I love y'all. My face feels super weird. A child is calling me, and I love you so much. And don't you ever forget how loved you are. You are worthy, you are wonderful, and you are perfect the way you are. If you are just wanting something else in your life, just hang tight. You will get there one day at a time. We are all a work in progress, me and you. And I just want you to know, on a serious note, you guys say you need me, but I need you. And you guys give me purpose. And for someone who struggles with anxiety and depression, purpose is hard to come by sometimes. You oversee your blessings, but you give me purpose. My family gives me purpose, and you fill my heart with so much joy. So I don't care what happens to you today. Just want you to know today, right now, that you are so loved, and I love you, and I appreciate you more than you will ever know. Okay, no tears today. I love y'all. Bye. Hello my friends, I am so glad you are here today. We are going to be doing a deep clean, declutter, and organize in today's video. It was funky, it was nasty, it needed to be done. So you know I've been decluttering my entire house and deep cleaning. You guys really loved my deep cleaning video and also the decluttering video from last week. So we are just going to continue on and do that in here. I have mentioned it before, less chaos, less clutter, simplifying everything in our lives. So I'm excited to do that with you today. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we are going to start right off into my bathroom. It is absolutely filthy. I haven't done a deep clean in here in quite some time. Now, I do have a brush in here that I will keep to get down there and scrub, but as you can see, we have not done it in a while. I live in Florida and it's just really hard water and it's gross, so this is what it looks like, and it definitely needs some attention right away. I have mentioned before that my mood has been not good, very low. I've been in a depressive state, and this was the least of my worries, if I'm being honest. I feel myself coming out of it, thank goodness. And so I am starting to tackle the areas that I have seen but just didn't have the energy to do. So that is what we are doing. So I'm going to remove everything out of here and I'm going to place it in the sink. Even the bath toys, because we are going to declutter a lot of these items as well. I'm going to use this Mr. Clean. I'm just going to pour it on the floor because I'm going to come in here with my favorite mop. I have gotten this from this gentleman from TikTok. It is a family-owned business and they are amazing. So it has interchangeable heads, and this is the scrub brush. This is why I love the mop so much. So I am scrubbing all of this because I do not want to get on my hands and knees. So I'm going to tackle this like this, tackle this like this, yes, and scrub, 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 and try to get as much of all of the grime up that I can before having to get down there in the nitty gritty, because y'all already know I'm going to have to do that.
Cause I need to know if your love's exclusive, if your mouth and heart's agreeing. Need to know for sure, cause I can take this anymore. Don't want you more. You're running out my door and leaving me behind. I gotta get some answers before I go under, baby.
Here it is. Here. Okay, let's learn how to talk. Okay, here it is after giving it a really good deep scrub. But you already know I've got to get in there because I wasn't able to really get in the grout lines against the wall. So I know I'm going to also need some of my bleach that I just cannot avoid it. I'm going to use this little scrub brush. This is what I was talking about. I keep this in the shower. Like I said, you can tell we haven't used it, but I keep some Dawn dish soap in here, and when everything is working as it should and my mind is in the right spot and I'm on my game, I will scrub this periodically. Now, let me just throw this out there. There are some people in the world that their showers and their house never gets messy, and I want to rejoice with them. I want to say that is amazing. You're awesome. And then there are some of us that we just can't do it, and we cannot tackle all of the 50 million things we have in a day. Decision fatigue, and just it's overwhelming. So for those of you who struggle to keep on top of everything, I just want to put this out there. I'm right there with you. It is not a moral failing to not have a super clean house, okay? Like I said, I'm so happy for those who can do it, but for those of us who can't, that is okay. We're not better of a person for having a clean house, and we're not worse of a person for having a messy one. It is just what it is. Now, all we can do is our very best. So I hope these videos just motivate you and inspire you, and know that I am meeting you, whoever is watching this, right where you are at. I struggle with anxiety and depression. It knocks me on my tail where I can't do anything. I also struggle with ADD, so it's not always easy. So we are tackling these things together. I'm so thankful that I feel like I'm coming out of it, but it's been really, really hard. So if you're struggling too, you are not a bad person for having a messy home or clutter. But I hope to bring these videos to you so we can tackle those things together one step at a time, because you deserve a clutter-free and clean home.
Realize that I'm the one you like, that I'm the one you like. So where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go? I don't know. Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here?
So I'm going to start off with some of my laundry. I have this hamper here. I got it from Amazon and I love it. It has 3 sections, and I like to section my clothes off darks, lights, and reds, just because that's just what I do. I will also do like towels with the whites and everything like that. And then the blankets, whatever the coordinating color shall be. So I'm doing this now. Now, Drew's cat has really just run amok in my house and on my laundry. So we've got this hamper here. It has a lid and it has been a lifesaver.
Unintentional, and I know that what I did was typical. I just needed time to show you what you back. So where do we go? Where do we go from here?
So I'm going to start tackling the top of the counter here. I've got Emma in the bath, and because that's just how I have to do it, mom life. And also I want to throw this out there that my nose is stuffy, so if my voice sounds a little weird, that's why. You know, I had the flu, a cold, COVID, and now I have something else, or maybe it's allergies. I don't know. Just pray for me, please.
Okay, so I want to, no, that was declutter. Emma's in the background, so I hope you guys can hear me, but I want to talk a little bit, I want to go through this process with you. So often I will just do a voiceover, but I actually want to stop while I'm here in the process and kind of talk to you about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and the method, if you will. So I've got my bag here. This is stuff I have been collecting for a couple of weeks. It's been sitting in my room. I've got a trash bag over there also. And this is just like clothes and anything that's gonna go to the Goodwill that I'm not gonna sell. And then here is a trash bag full of trash. Now, a lot of this stuff are her bath toys that I just noticed that whenever she takes a bath, she's just throwing them out of the bath. So therefore it's really not important to her. So I've watched her, I've really been paying attention, and I would encourage you guys to do the same when it comes to your children, even yourselves. Watch the things you gravitate towards, watch the things your children gravitate towards, and keep those things. Those things have value if you continue to get them. Things that are getting left in the closet, left on the floor, left in the cabinet, or in the drawer for later on in life, those are things you probably don't need. And just eliminating those things will free up so much space here and so much space here, and I can't stress that enough. So I'm going to continue to zoom through here. In my last video, I showed you the stuff I got out of here. Well, we're going to go and do it again. Don't feel like when you declutter your home, it's going to happen in a day. It can take a really long time, and then when you feel like you're at a good place, you might want to do it again. Decluttering is a way of life. It's not just one simple act. Now, we can give you all the tips and tools to get you on that journey, but this is something that we want to incorporate every single day while you're cleaning or while you're tidying up or whatever the case may be. These are the things you want to do. You want to take inventory like, I spent money on this and I like it, and I could use it. I mean, I could put her bows in here, I could put her socks, but I don't need to. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. One of the biggest things that or obstacles that I'm dealing with is I notice that things where people give me items, so my love language is gifts. I love to give people gifts. I also like to receive gifts. Now, I'm not like a big, extravagant gift type of person, although if Chris surprises me with a Siberian kitty, I won't do that. But I just like food or drinks, like bring me a coffee or bring me a pastry and this girl is good. So those are the kind of gifts. So I know that I know that about myself, and so when people give me gifts, I'm like, ooh. Because when I say to you guys, like I've had you guys send me stuff, or I've had my neighbors send me stuff. When I say to you guys, you have no idea what this means to me, I really mean that. It touches my heart in a way I really can't even explain. However, sometimes the gifts that I receive, as much as I absolutely love them, I don't use them. And so I'm learning that I have to let them go. So I will always try to find another home for it first, because I love this item. If I have done my due diligence and I can't find another person that might benefit from this particular gift, I am going to let it go. I won't trash it, but I will donate it. So maybe it'll find its rightful owner somewhere else. And letting go of the guilt of getting rid of a gift has been really empowering for me. I love people, and I want people to know that they are loved, and I want people to know that they matter to me. And so it's kind of a touchy subject. It's really tough. I've had people, even sentimental items, if you feel like you have to hold on to this thing because someone gave it to you, this item, or if maybe someone passed away. But you don't owe it to anybody to hold on to things that do not serve you. And you can even go back to them and say, I love this, it meant more to me than you'll know, but I can't use it. can I give it back to you, or do you have somebody else who'd like to give it to you, or just don't even say anything to them. You don't have to say anything to them, but you can let it go. So that's a little thing when it comes to sentimental items or gifts and things like that. This was actually a Christmas gift, and I picked it out for her grandmother to give her. I had high hopes for it, but it didn't work out like I expected. It always ended up on the floor. So we're gonna go ahead and let it go now. I would donate this to somebody, maybe like a neighbor, but because it's full of water and water's been in it, the likelihood of like mold or something inside of it is pretty high because it's a bath toy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let that go. So I'm gonna go over to some more items and do my drawers as well, and we're gonna zoom through here really quick.
Here are the items that I pulled out of the shower. I'm going to get rid of whatever I don't need, put it in the trash, and then wipe down the stuff that I'm going to keep. I've mentioned this in my last video. I like to clean the bottles and the toothbrushes and everything when I clean. So when I clean every square inch. So that's what I'm doing. Now, I will tell you, when you see an overview of what everything looks like organized, I did not scrub my makeup containers because I actually want to get rid of them. And I just want to throw that out there because when you see it, it's pretty rough. It's really bad. Now, I don't know why my vanity area has the most shallow little drawer I've ever seen in my whole life. So I'm making do with what I've got, but I want to find something that fits there better.
It was a sign from you, telling me you need me here just like I do. All I ever wanted was to make it through. Tell me, how about you? How about you? So where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here?
So I had a large portion of where I was talking going through all of my makeup, but I had to delete that because I wasn't able to crop Emma out like I had wanted. So I had basically just said, it is really hard for me to get rid of makeup. I used to work at Ulta. My mom worked at Maybelline growing up, so I've always played in makeup, and I like to purchase makeup. Makeup makes me feel beautiful and just all of these things. I like to just have fun with it. It's like an art. But I am learning that I have too much of it and I can't wear it all and it goes bad and expires. So I am really just biting the bullet and getting rid of so much. Also, I wanted to throw this out there. We don't need makeup to be beautiful. We are beautiful and amazing and worthy and all of the things just the way we are. And so I felt like for me, I was putting too much emphasis on it. So I'm wanting to scale back and really just embrace who I am and really embrace aging, which is really difficult for me. But I'm actually starting to enjoy just, me and who I am as a person and just embracing my flaws and all that comes with it.
Here, got rid of quite a few things in here. Again, this is Chris's section. He's gonna have to do this. But we've got our items that we need, and I got rid of any trash, and then this is for Emma. Over here, put my things that I need, my retainers, nail stuff, contacts, and then stuff, to clip your nails with. Got rid of anything that I like. Everything in here, I'm gonna grab for at some point. Right. I think this is the biggest change. I wear these palettes the most. I switch between these three. I mix these two to get my shade, and then I do that like when I'm going somewhere. I've got all the eye stuff here, the lip stuff here. I do actually switch between all of these depending on the eyeshadow look. And I love these two powder blushes and bronzers, and I also have my liquid, so I kind of switch between both. And then I've got my Saint makeup because I really do love that too. I like to play in it, and it just depends. I don't have like a go-to look. I just do what I'm feeling. Got rid of not quite a few brushes. I got rid of some brushes. I can see myself using all of these. And I actually love the Saint brushes. They're probably some of my favorite that I've ever used. Amazing quality. Really, really good. And then I've got lotion and oil and a face refresher. I need that stuff. Okay. Down here, Okay, so I've got my brow waxing, my waxing kit there, and then my, it's like a brush, like exfoliator for my face. I got it for Christmas 2 years ago. I'm not quite ready to let it go, but I stuck it in the back because if I don't use it within like 6 months, it's probably gonna have to go. Hair stuff, extra makeup. I do have extra makeup for like if I ever go somewhere and I wanna like glam it up, then these are some of the items I'm gonna reach for. Clean this out as well. You saw I did not realize I had the Vegamore shampoo, so I took the shampoo that was currently in the shower, brought it in here because I want to use that up. I do like it. It does work. I use all of these products depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing. So it's mostly like volumizing and like heat protecting and stuff like that. I will reach for every single thing in here at some point. Now, I'm pretty much a middle schooler because I still will spritz myself with, well, I call it vanilla lace because it used to be called vanilla lace, but now I don't know what it's called. Vanilla and Love Spell. I don't like a lot of fragrances. That and Dime, I think it's ILYSB, I don't know. I like that one a lot.
This is an organizer I purchased from Michael's. It is for paint, so I decided to go ahead and use it for some items under my sink. When I was in my garage, I actually found some items that I had purchased from the Target dollar spot for $5, and this is a perfect example on why we do not need to buy things until we have an immediate use. I purchased those items because they were a good price, and I figured, you know, one day I'll use it. But they've been sitting there for months and months and months now. Now I have found a use for it, but that is pointless. I could have just gone to the store immediately or just used what I already have because it works fine. So I want to encourage you to not go out and buy all of the plastic bins and totes and all of the organizing things, because that is not going to be the catalyst that changes everything. These tips and just making conscious effort to get rid of the things you don't need or that don't serve you is what is going to change you, not more plastic bins and acrylic containers. So as I'm editing this video, I'm seeing that it looks like Emma has been in the bath literally all day. She has not. When I started filming this portion, it was later on in the day, and I had to use two different cameras. One of my cameras, my Canon, is just a brighter camera. It just works better in lower light. And then my Sony is the one I'm using now, and it looks very dark. So she is fine. She was not in the bath all day. It was literally maybe like 45 minutes, which I will continue to warm up the water because she just loves to play in there, and she's such a busy girl. And if I can have her contained in the bath, I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so I just wanted to quickly give you an overview of the bathroom. Emma's toys are up here, but you saw how many toys I got rid of. I'm gonna actually open the blinds because you see, I got a ton of toys out of here, and it wasn't easy, but I did it. But look at how clean the shower is. Ta-da! This looks so much better. Honestly, it just looks and feels so good. Let me get you close up. No more mold or mildew, no more hard water stains. I live in Florida if you're new here, so hard water stains are very normal. We get a really yucky like yellowish brown look everywhere. And then I used to do in my old house, take toilet bowl cleaner, usually the clear kind, and I would put it along the grout and that would clean it. Well, I did it again, but while I was doing it, well, not while I was doing it, like as it started coming out, I realized it was blue and it actually stained my grout. So I put some bleach on it and it's kind of like taking it back to its original glory. So I also cleaned that area. I don't know why my toilet paper looks like that. I think a kid was in here, but I cleaned that area and used a pumice stone. I didn't really think that was going to change anyone's life by seeing that, so I left it out. I do that sometimes. I will come and clean other parts and not always add it. Just really depends, but looking good. We decluttered all in here. This is looking good. This is all clean up here. I got to put that in the laundry room. Yeah. Let me show you. I did this last year and it is still looking pretty darn good in my opinion. So I've been able to keep this area really clean, and I will say it doesn't, the items you buy are not going to be the catalyst for a decluttered home. It's not. So save your money. You've got to implement certain tips, or you got to implement certain things before you go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff. Just wanted to tell you. So that's trash. That's trash. That's donation. And Chris just got back from a men's retreat, and we are going to tackle the space in here. Your bedroom is supposed to be your haven. I want to be able to come in here and feel like I'm just like, oh, all right. So that is what we were doing. As I was putting laundry away, I noticed there was so much in here. I was like, this has got to go. So that's what we're going to do. Right now, I'm going to put it in this basket right here, and then I will put it over here. Actually, no, look, I've already got a bag. I'm prepared. So I've got my drink, and we are ready to rock and roll. So full transparent moment. I follow a lot of, well, I used to. I follow a lot of Instagram accounts, decor accounts, because y'all know I love me some decor. And you know I actually started another channel, strictly decor and DIYs, because near and dear to my heart. Well, I stopped posting over there because I realized the more stuff I was buying, the more overwhelmed I felt, and the less disappointed, disappointed I felt within myself. A, I spent money. B, it was on trendy items that were gone within a season. And C, I had way more stuff than I actually needed. And I started feeling really overwhelmed and discouraged. So it took me a while, like literally a couple of years, to realize and put the things together. And I was like, okay, my eyes are bigger than my wallet, A, and buying beautiful blankets, throw blankets, and pillows, and, you know, wall art is not going to change my life. But simplifying my life, decluttering, and having a nice space to come to, may. So first step, I stopped following a ton of accounts. I love seeing their stuff, but it just wasn't working for me. It made me want to spend money. So I stopped following them. That is a huge, huge, huge thing. I just want to say this right now. If there is an account that you are following and they make you feel less than, you start comparing yourself or your home to them, your kids to them, your husband to them, your decor to them, anything to them. If you leave their page, channel, blog, whatever, if you leave their whatever feeling less than, even a little bit less than, I want you to unfollow immediately, because we don't have time to be feeling less than. You are worthy and you are amazing, and there needs to be nothing in your life that brings you down, okay? We're not about that. And I had to do the same thing. I had to do it to some YouTube people too. I know, I don't follow a lot of people anymore. Like, I follow some, but you have to. If you feel less than or you're comparing yourself, they gotta go. And if they don't understand, that's cool too, whatever. So I used to want to have like all these pillows and blankets and stuff on my bed because that's what all the like top interior people will have it, and I realized that's just not for me. So I'm gonna start off, you know how this like rabbit trail, I just want to start off by making my bed. It's very simple. It's not gonna give you wow factor, but it gives me cozy factor. And I'm gonna clear off the tables real quick. While I'm clearing off the tables, I'm gonna go ahead and pop open another trash bag. I think the coffee's kicking in. It is half calf though. I'm gonna pop open another trash bag and we are gonna go ahead and clean out in here too. So I'm gonna take both my basket and my trash bag and do that. Remember I told you in my last video, if you are just getting started and you have a tendency to go back and shop the things that you already decluttered, make sure you're putting it in a box or a black bag so you don't do that. I've got myself pretty disciplined enough where I won't. It's hard, but I won't do that. So you know yourself the best. So you use your own discernment for that. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on making my simple but cozy bed in my simple but cozy room. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. Girl, I can't, girl, guy, whoever's watching, I can't do anything without headphones on because there's too much going on out there. So I have multiple books that I listen to on Audible. I like my podcast and I like my Audible. And so I go through seasons of certain things, if you guys want to know. Right now I'm doing Stumbling into Grace by Lisa Harper, but I've got all kinds of stuff on here. Winning the War on Your Mind, 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think, Own Your Everyday, Embrace Your Almost. I mean, like, I have a lot of stuff on here. So I'm going to continue to try to do this. It's telling me there's a problem. If there is continuing to be a problem, then I will go to my mom's No Kids Allowed playlist on Spotify. And if y'all saw it, y'all would judge me. But let me just tell you that I was a little hood rat in Memphis doing my thing with my hoop earrings. And honestly, that music motivates me. That worship music. Look, there's balance. There's balance. There's balance. So, yeah, we're going to get downloaded. Look at me. We're going to do Stumbling into Grace. Okay, so my camera died and I went ahead and just completed this. So, paper clutter. I have a lot of stuff on here that I've been holding on to for quite a few years, about 4 years I think, when we lived in the other house. And from a course I took, very important, pertinent information, but the reality is I can go find the same information. I can find this information online when I need to access it or whatever. So I'm gonna get rid of it. I've been holding on to it all these years. This is wild. So this is gonna go. And then I also talked about my tank tops. I love this tank top. It always opens. No one needs to see that. I purchased every single color of these Time and True tank tops. I love them, but I'm not, everybody's got their things. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. I don't love showing my arms a lot, but I'm getting more confident, more okay with it. But I don't need all these colors because they've been sitting here for I don't know how long. Now, black and white, that's a staple for sure. I don't think I need the brown tan. I'm gonna keep it in the neutrals right here. So I'm gonna keep a black one, a navy one, striped one, and another striped one because I do love stripes. So that works. That cleans that out and it looks amazing. So that's done. Okay, next. I have this book here. This was a gift and I love it. I've actually had it for quite some time, and originally before my camera died I set it into like the keep pile, but the more I was thinking about it I'm like, it's wonderful but I'm not using it and I think somebody else could benefit from it, so I'm going to donate that. That's not easy because I told you I already talked about the gifts thing. It means a lot to me when I receive a gift. So that's hard, but I've held on to it for 4 or 5 years. Then I have this. I try to not be on my phone before bed. It's a work in progress. So I do these coloring pages, and I really like it, but I thought it would relax me more than it does. It doesn't really, I don't know. I don't know. This is a maybe. This is a maybe because I don't know. And then the markers and the colors that go with it. The markers, I don't love those, but my kids could use them. That's a maybe too. Let's see. Clips. I had clips in there. Don't need this one because it doesn't work very well. I keep supplements that I want to take at bedtime and my medicine I want to take at bedtime in my nightstand right here. So it's right there and accessible. So I'm definitely going to put these back. Retainer can go in the bathroom. Inhaler, need it. Medicine, need it. Remote, need it. And the rest of it, I don't need. Let me put my AirPods away. I'll put those in here as well. Boom. Another thing, I have a chronic runny nose, so I like to put this in here because I don't like a lot of clutter up here. Now, this was another gift that someone gave me. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay, this I'm gonna keep. This is good. This is good. A friend gave this to me, my neighbor. I love this. This is sweet. I'm gonna keep this. Pray this, remember. Okay, that's really nice. I'm gonna keep this and I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put this next to my bed. This has earned a spot next to my bed. Little night clothes, nicer night clothes. I'll put those there, and that's it. So, hidden area. This is a really good book. I'm not gonna read it. I'm not a reader. I want to be. I would like to be, but I'm not. Scriptures for Anxiety, The Art of Calligraphy. Now, Isabella's girlfriend gave me this, and I do love it. But let me tell you, I cannot do calligraphy. I've tried, and I've tried, and I've tried, and I'm not good at it. Don't need that either, and I don't need that. Everything's online. Okay, so that's good. So we've got, this is completely free, except for the stuff I need. A little hidden drawer is empty, and then this here. I've got this, and I've got this, and that's a wrap. Okay, so I'm having a lot of guilt about this one. I'm having a lot of guilt because she gives me the most beautiful things, and they're so sweet and they're so thoughtful. Okay, I can't get rid of this yet. Okay, no, I can do it. I can do it. That's hard. I just don't want to hurt anybody's feelings because I appreciate it so much. But you can only do what is right for you, and if someone doesn't take it or receive it the way it was intended, that's on them, not on you. Okay, move on. Beats. That's got to go there. Glasses. That's got to go there. I also put skincare that I want to use every night. Trentanoin. Not bad. This is going to be stuff that goes into another section, and let's move on. Okay, so this is Chris's stuff. He's going to go through that. Remember, they have to do it themselves, but I can go through my stuff real quick. All right, so I got these little containers here from Home Goods, and I like to store stuff like this in there now. Okay, so I don't need this. I'm gonna get rid of this. I had the pink one I got rid of as well. Listen, I was influenced to buy this when this was all the rage at the Dollar Tree. Try not to be so influenced. You don't need it. If you don't have an immediate use, don't buy it.
I shouldn't want you I shouldn't need ya, but I'm afraid that's not up to me. Cause when I hear ya sing through my speakers, it's like my mind takes a hold of me. I've tried shutting you off for some time now, but I'm still hearing your voice in my head. Oh, I wish I was more than your fan now, and that your voice came from here.
This definitely doesn't look as clean as I want it, but that's okay, because sometimes when you declutter you make a little bit of a mess, but I don't really see this as a bad mess. I know Chris can come through here really quickly and knock it out, so this is okay for me. I did my side. Only thing I have in here now are thank you cards, and I actually am going to move this so this can be in my goes to another area pile, and then he can use this for more of his stuff since he primarily uses this, which is fine with me. Let's see, yeah, I gotta find a home for this too. Okay, we're doing good. Keep on going. Time for some glasses. Okay, for this area right here, I actually just did laundry and I made a mental note of what I was putting back in here and what was still left. I always will gravitate to the things that I obviously like the most. We usually do that. So those are the things I'm going to keep. Now these are my unmentionables and I'm not going to go through all of that with you, but I am going to take the things that I don't want out of here, that I don't wear, don't need, you get the drift, and I'm just going to trash that. We don't donate that kind of stuff. That's not something that needs to be on YouTube, so I'll do that in just a minute and we'll hop right over here because, you know, can we just normalize not putting everything out there? I mean, some things gotta be private. Those are private, so I'll take care of that in just a second. Okay. Okay, I love pajamas and it's time to go through them. Love it, but it falls off, like it stretches out when I'm sleeping. I've also designated these two areas, so I'm not, if it doesn't fit, then I need to get rid of stuff, and I've done that for my own self, okay? These are leggings. You know I love my black leggings. That's basically the uniform. These are way too short. Ain't nobody trying to see that. These are comfortable. I'll keep them. I like these and these. Actually, these are my little rows and they're done. Bye. These are my biker shorts that I love.
You don't care, you never reply. I've tried shutting you off for some time now, but I'm still hearing your voice.
Hey, look at that. We cleared this whole space. Lastly, this one here was one that I was kind of dreading. I knew this one was going to be a big one. These are my workout clothes. Now this is one we're going to talk about. I got this from Minimal Mom and the Gathered Nest fantasy self. So my fantasy self works out a lot. But the reality is I don't work out a lot. I mean, I do walk and I do those things. But when I do those things, I have basic outfits that I wear. I don't wear all this stuff. So we're going to go ahead and just get rid of the things because this entire drawer is workout stuff. And I haven't used it. I wear a t-shirt, biker shorts, and some leggings. I don't have to go all crazy with this stuff. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. Let it bless somebody else.
Your voice came from here in my bed. You're in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, baby, in my headphones.
Well, I don't have two. We don't need to. I sometimes will do that. When you've grown up without, or we were poor, we didn't have a lot. And when you grow up without, you tend, I mean, from my experience, I want to speak for myself, I tend to hold on to things as if I'm never going to have it again. And I think that's just a product of how I got brought up. Just like when I go to the grocery store and the fridge is full and the pantry's full, I have a little bit of anxiety when everyone starts going in there and picking at it because I like the way it looks full because I grew up without a full refrigerator or full pantry. I've acknowledged that and I've realized that it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's a blessing when your kids can go in there and get something to eat. It's a blessing. So I can't hold on to that. It gave me a lot of anxiety in the early years. I've worked through that. I don't wear sports bras. Would love to, but I don't. out of all of that, this is what we got. Look. Oh. Yay me. As far as I'm concerned, that's a victory. I'm gonna see if I can get Chris in here to like think through here. Let's see. Just remember, again, like I had mentioned at the beginning of the video, and I'm going to say this in every video because I want this to really hit home. If you have a cluttered house or a messy house, it is okay. I want these videos to motivate you and to inspire you to make your space perfect for you. Don't compare it to me or anybody else anywhere. That is why I want to provide these videos, because for me, this is what brings me peace and me calm in my life. I like a clutter-free and clean space. That's not always attainable for me, like I had mentioned at the beginning. So I just want to work with you to make your space attainable for you. Do not compare yourself. One step at a time is all you need. And don't you worry. We are in this together, okay? Seriously, do not compare yourself. You are amazing and you are loved, and we are going to make your house the way you genuinely love. You saw me go through this. This drawer was literally a menace, I'm telling you. So these are all his like his church socks and things like that. He can go through that stuff. We need that. Emptied this drawer completely out. These are his swim tops and shirts and then swim pants. But now it's saved room for something else. And then we've got all of his shirts and all of his shorts. Okay, so that's a wrap. I got a lot done. I think we did good. I need to do a little more cleaning in here, but we are losing daylight. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna clean it another day. Yeah, we are losing daylight very quickly. Say hello, honey.
Hi.
Anyway, so.
Love you. Love her.
Oh.
Like.
Okay.
So much.
No, Dad.
Love you.
No.
Okay, so we did good. We went through a ton of stuff. Ugh, look. Oh, that's a ton of stuff. And then another bag, 2 bags of garbage. Y'all, can I get a digital high five? Yes, all right. I'm really excited. Make sure you tag me, Miss Lynn White, on Instagram. If you guys are going through the same process, let me just see how you're doing because we're in this together. So I just made some cookies. I'm gonna go eat them while I'm on the treadmill. And yeah, it's good before I lose a little light. I'm proud of myself. I feel really good. And this space being freed up makes me want to clean it because it's not so overwhelming. So that's a plus. The whole goal here is to simplify your life. And I can't keep this house clean with all this stuff. So yeah, okay. I feel really good about it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Y'all loved the deep clean. Y'all loved the declutter. So why not marry the two? So I am gonna go run on the treadmill, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video. It helps out my channel so much. It just shows like, hey, you're interested. Leave a comment below. I'm not always able to respond right away, but I will. I love you. And if no one has told you, you are loved, you are worthy, and you are more than enough. I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Mom.